Oh, it's literally right next to me. And now we get to try not to eat shit. Wait. Hello. Yo. Yeah, now I gotta put this stuff down first or else it mars the brush. Thank you, darling. Oh, thank you. So yeah, I did a very pink look today, which is out of the norm for me because I'm usually like dark tones, reds, jewel tones, you know, like aggressively goth at points. Yo. Oh, it's because I support people who are oppressed, not the oppressors. So the watermelon place. Also, I support Sudan, the DRC, the Uyghurs of China, the Bangladeshis. Like, I stand with the oppressed. I know, right? Funny enough, it's one of the cheapest ones you can get. It's Wet and Wild. You can get it for like $1.50 at Daiso. Sanguine, as in penguin, hence Sanguine's Penguins. My followers are called penguins. They chose that name, not me. Okay. So for that flag, the colors are red, green, white, and red. And when it was outlawed for them to use that flag, they chose something that had a similar color scheme, and that happened to be watermelons. Thank you, Solo Giovanni. Which one is this? Solo Giovanni number 27. And then Wet and Wild, just black eyeliner, lip liner. Glides right on. You can call me Sanguine, or you can call me Inna. Because, yeah, if these things in, definitely an Inna Bathory day. So these are friendly plastic, aka thermoplastic, and I basically made fang caps to go on my dentures. And so yeah, what you're looking at is fang caps on dentures. Yeah, I modded a dress that I got off of Shein because it had a really high collar and lots of feathers, and the feathers were a nightmare for me. I didn't realize that they were going to be that much of a problem, so I ended up modding them and taking all the feathers off. Solo Giovanni number 27. Giovanni spelled like Giovanni. Vene. Or no, Vane. Sorry, I'm a terrible speller. Yes, spelled like that, correct. What is it with y'all and glitter, I swear. There we go. Soften up those lines just a touch. Well, let's see. That's fair. That is fair. You are correct. That very cocktail lounge kind of feel to it, a little bit of a speakeasy feel to it. I was wearing my big, tall the demonias a little bit earlier on, like what you saw in the little music video. I did a little bit of photo taking, a little bit of here, a little there, but yeah, had a little fun with it today. I plan on possibly going live over on the place where the loyal fans of Inno gather. But yeah, like, right now it's just so freaking hot. How tall am I? Tall enough. Apparently people think I am tall, and I am not. Which is why I like slit skirts, because they make my legs appear so much longer. Thank you. I had a lot of fun modding it. If anybody needs a live card read, do let me know. We are trying to raise money for rent, as it were. But there are also a lot of other ways that you can find me. Yes! So much cooler in here. I've got bone broth going on the stove right now, and it is too warm to be standing in front of that for any amount of time. I just started breaking out in sweat. Yeah, no, I almost had fishnets on for a while, but then I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to be, like, in it for a while for this, and I'm like, that's gonna be uncomfortable. So yeah, I'm doing change-outs on lingerie in between, things that I'm doing here. I look even taller in the boots. Yeah, no, it's middle of summer, Southern California, so it's a little difficult at times to wear a corset for any amount of time because I overheat so quickly. It's like 85 to like 90 degrees inside sometimes because I don't have a very good air conditioning unit, as it were. So yeah, it's just like, do I chance it or do I chance overheating? And I've overheated a couple times when I was at Renaissance Fair, and it's not fun. And if you go down, nope, that's a gamble. Ooh, good God, no. Yeah, you know the pain then. You know the pain. So how's everybody doing today? What are we up to? Hey, Boston! Sorry, making sure my cards are well and shuffled. Trying desperately not to croon with that damn Chapel Roan, which, oh my goodness, I freaking hate spell check nowadays. Is it just me, or does spell check like actually make you seem like you are less knowledgeable in how to spell than like other things? Because holy hell. Oh, that's right, I completely forgot the background. Oh, no. Give me just a second. Oh, no. Give me just a second. There we go. There we go. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, just the long, cold shower of everything. Right. Love a good, like a decent cold shower. I have to be a little bit prepared for it, of course, but I do love a decently prepared shower. Telling histories. Sorry, I was trying to... I knew that I was going to have green screen, so that's why I'm in a new place, is so that the green screen shows up a little bit easier. So yeah. Thank you, darling. See, I'm using a lot of pinks, a little bit of shimmer in there, but like no foundation, no concealer, nothing like that. Just everything is done in a very, very light layer of blushes, shadows, light lip makeup. But yeah, thank you. I was like, I add a little bit of liner, a little bit of mascara. So for the most part, I'm yeah, it does. Even I'm rather proud of this look tonight, because I'm just like, oh shit, I got this one right. I got this one right. Hello, everybody. Anybody needs cards read? Wow, I can't get too far. Oh, it's got to be small or else it takes over. Got it. Don't ask, I'm having a moment. So yes, if anybody needs cards read, by all means, let me know. Also, there's plenty of art in coffee. We've got press-on nails. Oh, I was seeing those the ring fingers. So they're fingernail rings, basically little rings that you can put press-on nails to. I would absolutely do sets of 10. And like do full sets for those ring fingers, because I'm really bad at trying to find everything that matches and balances perfectly, and everybody's fingers changes. I'm not good at sizing in that way, but I was like, oh, I could do sets of 10 for those. Yes, I do. I do both of those, and there is now clips up on both audio and video on the Loyal. And you can request one-on-one time. So yeah, there's like a lot of options, and I am like one of those people who's like pretty low judgment. I enjoy I enjoy fun, weird, odd, quote-unquote things. So like, if somebody comes at me with an odd request, it's usually... Oh yeah, I absolutely have limits. Like I don't work with nothing. Oh my goodness. Like I'm not trying to pull a Jane in Tarzan. Like major bodily fluids, no thank you. I pass on those because A, massive amounts of cleanup, and B, seriously not my thing. I have plenty of boundaries. But, like, I discuss them very quickly, like, up front when I first start talking about stuff with a person in the appropriate places. So, yeah. We know really quickly whether or not the vibe is going to work or not. Hey! How you doing, B? Oh, it's okay. No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So, we've got... Oh, that's right. We've got 10 one-card pulls. So, who wants their cards read? Let me know. First 10 people. Hey, Gregory, how you doing? And I think we'll take from the steampunk deck. Hello, Soybean. I hope your day is going well, and I hope everybody is drinking something. Laura, if you're here at all, my dear, if somebody could take a list for me, that would be fantastic. I hope he gets the unalive penalty. If not, he needs to be buried like so deep under the jail that even Satan can't find his ass. It was 1,000% premeditated. He also had tats that looked like he could belong to one of the many gangs that are within police enforcement, and that might have been an initiation hit. So yeah, I hope they bury him, because that was 1,000% premeditated. Oh yeah, of course I will. Thank you, darlings. Hi, Cosette. Uh-huh. And he's the one that told her to turn or pick up the pot, move it, and turn off the stove. Yeah. And he also radioed in to see if she had any mental health issues after he unalived her. So yeah, it was like, no. Soybean. Soybean. 10 of Pentacles. It's 10 of Pentacles, but it's 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So, yeah, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because, like, they would have known when they showed up what kind of thing it was. She had called them because she had somebody sneaking around outside, or at least she thought there was somebody sneaking around outside of her home. So, like, literally, she called him. She called the police to make sure that there was nobody actually trying to get into her house. And, like, they had no reason to enter. He had no reason to ask for her ID and hang around afterwards. And he had no reason whatsoever to have his body camera off. And yet he made the decision to turn his body camera off. So, okay, so, for frickin' 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you got to the final stage of the masterpiece, or the final stage of the product that you were putting together, and just went, ta-da! Did I blink during the picture? What happened? Like, you got so close, and yet there was still just things that were glaring that you could see, Soybean. Not that anybody else could necessarily see. Everybody else could have told you, oh my god, this is fabulous, this is wonderful, this is, oh my, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, yeah, but do you see, like, that thing that it's like 2 centimeters off to the left, and it's supposed to be 2 centimeters off to the right, and, you know, so, like, yeah, you're seeing all of the flaws, all of the failures, all the little things that are, like, not quite right with what you did. You're like actively standing in the way of getting your own flowers. Because I don't know if you have trouble taking compliments? Because that's almost how you approach it feels. Like, you're like, is that a compliment? Why? What the fuck? Or at least for this particular instance. But yeah, you're glad that the thing is done, but you're like, this was not my best work. This was not my best work. So yeah. Stop stopping people from, like, giving you those compliments. Just recognize them for what they are. People recognize when you do good work. Don't we all? People recognize that you do good work. So breathe, take the compliment, and recognize it for being genuine, which most often it is. CWS? I don't think I've ever worked for a company with CWS in the initials. Oh yeah, no, yeah. It was a whole shit show. Apparently, it's work that somebody else is trying to steal. Because I've got the Seven of Swords as a clarifier. And Seven of Swords is thief and a knife. Somebody who's taking credit for, or they're parlaying it like it's their own idea. Feels like somebody's almost like grabbing your idea and going, but they're the one who pointed out what was wrong with the shit you did in the first place. Looks like yeah, somebody pointed out the issues, basically reconfirming what you were already was afraid of, but they did that because they wanted to steal the shine off of what you were doing. That's an asshole move. Fuck. Hello. Shut up. Okay, who did we have up next? Let's see. I think we had Jackie, then Sinead. Yeah. Let's do Jackie, then Sinead if they are still here. I don't know what CWS works for. I'm literally just drawing a blank on a CWS shorthand abbreviation. Hello. Yeah. Oh no, definitely not. I did work at a group home for a while, but I was never in child welfare services. No. I love that. That's fucking funny. I mean, you're not wrong. Let's see. I don't see Jackie, so let's go ahead and do Sinead. Yes, like $5 per card. So like if you're getting multiple cards, if you're getting like 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, the first card is free for the first 10 people. But then after that, it's like you pay for any of the extra per se. So Sinead, you're next, and then we can do Jasmine Reyes. I hope somebody's writing this down. Hopefully one of my mods is writing this down for me, please, and thank you. Sinead, the Two of Cups, it's chemistry. What can I say? So, Two of Cups is chemistry. It's opportunity. It's finding somebody new to work with. It's also, it works like the Minor Arcana's like love card. So it might be kind of a chance meeting. Yeah, it might be kind of a chance meeting that goes on. And, pardon, I've got to actually unplug these lights, because holy crap, I'm sitting next to a very, very warm light. It's not a project. I'm trying to figure out where this chance meeting is supposed to be. It feels like a bodega, like a convenience store meeting. If you notice somebody kind of like a meet cute-esque, if you kind of notice somebody, they might pop up around the neighborhood a little bit more often when you're out and about. They're not like looking actively for you or wandering around looking actively for you. They just happen to cross your paths once or twice. So this new person coming in might be very interesting. Because it's going to be like, oh, and just start up a conversation. I can't tell you whether it's a feminine or a masculine, because it feels so very neutral. But it feels like somebody you're really going to like vibe with, and it's gonna kind of open your It's going to open up your ideals to, like, it feels like new, just like really new, fun, artistic-esque endeavors. Just a new way of having fun that you hadn't thought of before. I'm not sure how long the person's going to be around, but they're definitely going to, like, get you interested in something new, or reawaken an interest actually in something you may have felt for like a long time, but you kind of let it go by the wayside. Soybean. Yes. Give me just a second. Yes, I'm doing the first 10 people. So far we've had 2. And then Jasmine Reyes is next. Soybean, you write the names. So Jasmine Reyes and then Brandy, please. Hello. I don't think I did your July read yet. Don't worry, just write it down as, oh, Boston. Can you write down a couple names for me? Jasmine Reyes, Brandy. Oh, okay, we've got somebody covering. So let's do Jasmine. Yes, and then let's, do playful but deadly. Sure, absolutely. Emily. And Shoshana. How many is that so far, my dear? Just here for the hearts and Cosette. And I'm pretty sure I owe Cosette for June. No, not June. I mean July. July. Keep feeling free to tap away, get them hearts up there, the shares, all the good stuff. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay, so let's see. I will be reading now for... Okay, hold on. I think we may be full. Give me just a second. So we're reading Brandy next. Okay. Yay, thank you. Oh, and let me set up a new goal. Thank you so much. Playful but deadly. I freaking love that name. All I can think is like uncles. Native American uncles. Deadly. Yes, Jasmine, you're next. And then Brandy's going to be right after. Sorry, I had to scroll back and forth. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is get ready for the fight, and you're probably going to end up having to defend yourself and others. So yeah, the like where the 7 of Swords is like a thief in the night who escapes with everything. The 7 of Wands is a stand and fight kind of card. So, and fighting doesn't mean like fisticuffs per se. Fighting just means like if your boss is being a dick, you go, hey, by the way, we gotta make sure that we're not abusing, you know, people's time and effort and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's not do that. But yeah. It's gonna be one of those simple things that you do, but it matters because people are going to see that you are willing to go to bat and that you're willing to actually stand up for what's right, for what's... The words are tricky on this one. But yeah, no, people need to see somebody with a bit of moxie to them. with a little bit of a vim and vigor, because that actually inspires other people to also step up. So like if one person does it, it makes it a little bit easier for those who are a little bit on the fence to also do that. Yes. So let's see, Mr. 305 and Ramuna. Oh, thank you so much. Hello, hello. Now, if people would like to find me elsewhere, do feel free to find those links in Lio. Keys to the Kingdom are in the throne room. If you're looking to do read fanfic and whatnot, that's going to be on AO3, Archive of Our Own. That's going to be a lot of Call of Duty. I do not know why I have such a fascination with writing Call of Duty fanfic. I have zero idea. Other than being, you know, Call of Duty fanfics and fucking hot cosplayers. Okay. Oh, King of Swords. Okay, so King of Swords is going to be a bit of a shift in the way of thinking. Because a King of Swords, even though he's an air card, he's actually rather compartmentalized. He has order. He's got a lot of not that he micromanages, but he's very like, this is how things go. This is how things are. He runs a very tight ship. The systems run well. The sails are always full. So whatever you're doing right now isn't quite working for you, and it's probably because you're not putting down a hard enough boundary line. You need to embody the king a little bit more. No is a full sentence. No is a completion of a thought. And when you present your boundaries and basically draw your battle lines, as it were, that's all it needs to be. You don't need to ever waffle on that or go, oh, well, you know, they're such a good friend. I get, no. Especially for friends and family, make sure that you stick to where your boundaries are and what you feel comfortable with, not the other way around. They need to conform to how you feel about you, not you trying to fit who you are around them. So, that. Oh, thank you. I know, it's like I have a full pink theme going today. I have soft girl era. Thank you, Solo Giovanni number 27, and then Wet n Wild lip liner. You are welcome. Who's up next, my dear? I have that song stuck in my head. I swear, that Pink Pony song is just been stuck for days now. And I have listened to the damn thing on repeat. Okay, so Playful but Deadly, and then I think it was Shoshan after that, right? Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, you're welcome. Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I hesitate to even ask what was on it. I'm sure it was a shit show. Okay, perfect. My dear Playful but Deadly, you got a 2-card pop. It's the 9 of Pentacles and the World. But the world, how do I put this? The world will come to you, but you have to decide whether you want to be showy or not. It feels like you want to show off. It really feels like you want to show off. But right now is one of those, move in silence. At least for a little bit longer, move in silence. Make sure you really got all those ducks in a row. Because if you show off early, yes, everything's going to look shiny and fantastic. But if you show off early, people are going to kind of know what's up your sleeve. And that's going to like foobar just small things. Just small things. But yeah, definitely. It is so tempting. So tempting. Thank you, darling. It is absolutely, oh my goodness, over the top. Because you're proud. You are so proud of what you're doing. I'm saying delay by only a little bit more because you want to make sure that you're ready to drop that last piece into place, and that way you have a full masterpiece, and there's going to be literally no way anybody can say jack shit about what you're doing because you're like, nope, it's complete. It's complete. So yeah, like, I know you want to show off. Wait till you have like that 10th piece about ready to roll in, and that way you can go, ta-da, clink, and that's when the world's going to show up for you. When's the next vampire party? I mean, could be at any point in time. Who knows? Thank you so much, darling. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Playful. I think who's up next? I have a mod who's reading, and I've got 10 spots that were open. I think we're near full. Exactly. Once you got that 10th piece in place, once the masterpiece is put together, nobody can knock it. Yeah. Okay, we are full. So, Laura, who is next? It was Playful, and then I know that you've said it a million times. Basically you become a mod when you're very active, and I've seen you around for quite a bit, and really. Okay, Ruth is up, and then Shoshana, right? Tell me Shoshana's next, because I know that I said it in there somewhere. Oh no. Okay. See, because I thought Ruth was further down in the line. So let me do a quick shuffle. Let's go with Shoshana, Just Here for the Hearts, and then Ruth. Oh yes, give me a few minutes. Let me do a few reads, and then I will stand up and show you everything. And holy hell, I am warm. Woo. Welcome to the sunset part of the day. Oh, you're writing them down. No worries. Okay, so. Shoshana, and then Just for Hearts, and then Ruth. And Shoshana is in our wonderful Emperor energy. Ooh, I love this. Emperor sets up rules, sets up the system, makes the rules, very much makes the rules. An Empress can create out of nothing, but an Emperor solidifies the rules of the domain. So yeah, when you walk in... Oh yeah, no worries. When you walk in, like... When you walk in, you're just going to tell people this is how it is, this is how it goes. That's it. There's no question, there's no, are you sure? You walk in with such supreme confidence that when you say, no, this is how this is going to go. Not to be bossy, these are just the rules. Here's the rules that everybody needs to actually listen to, follow, quiet on the set, do shit when you're told. This is not about ego, this is about getting things done and getting them done correctly the first time, because we're not here to waste time. It feels like you are just so freaking in charge of the situation you're walking into. And it's not even like you're like the person in charge. You're not like the person on top, but like they trust you to put everything in order so that they can actually concentrate on just other things that are way above everybody else's purview. So yeah, go in. Don't feel like you're the micromanager or being bossy. No, you're doing what is told of you. You're doing what they are asking for. Nice. I am sorry, I don't know what that acronym. I don't know what that acronym. Really, I'm having a problem with that word. I'm not sure what the acronym means, but yes. There we go. All right. Okay, I was just like, that's one heck of a job. That is one heck of a job. Yup. I occasionally do free, but the list is full. I do a limited number. So anything past our list of 10, that becomes $5 per card. And blinks are in Lio. Yeah, like don't feel bad for like putting your foot down, because I know it can be very difficult, especially with kids. Sometimes you want to be a little lenient, but like nah, like it's okay for you to lean into that energy of, look, these are, this is what needs to happen. This is what's going to happen. We're not haggling over price nor duration nor nothing. So yeah, don't feel bad for stepping in on that. Okay, so Shoshana is good. Just here for the hearts. You are up next, my dear. Ooh, nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so we just had the Nine of Pentacles like right side up, and that's like, oh look, everything is shiny. Let's show this off. This Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You're missing pieces. You're missing pieces of. Ooh. Unexpectedly, this feels like personal life. And it feels like you're missing some emotional attachments that you would normally have to other people. And that way you'd go, oh, look, we're such a cute couple. We've got all the things. Yay. And this personal relationship, you're like, is it me, or are we missing things? 'Cause it feels like we're missing things. Hi. And I can't even say that like you're close to this person. You keep them in proximity. But it honestly, I'm not feeling like a vibe between the two. We're having some heat issues. But yeah, the vibe between you and this person is really, really off. It feels like you are missing big portions of connection that should be there, and it didn't start off that way. It feels like this relationship started off just fine and dandy, and everybody was, doing their roles, and there was plenty of connection, vibing back and forth, plenty of communication, and just there was a drift apart, and now you're kind of questioning where it stands. So yeah, I can't describe it. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a significant other, but it does feel like shit's not working quite right. You're gonna need to take a step back and like look at that yourself and see if the pieces that are missing are on your side or their side, or maybe it's just a mutual between the two. I used Wet n Wild. Funny enough, like $1.50 at Daiso Japan. Ruth. You're welcome, dear. I'm ready. Let's see. It's the sound of hooves. Oh, for fuck's sake. I even called it right before I pulled it. It's the sound of hooves. Devil in reverse. Devil tends to deal with indulgence, but this literally feels like somebody who's been just up your backside. And it's been a real jackass. Oh, just let me just play devil's advocate. Oh, let me just play devil's advocate. No. Like, no. Don't let them play devil's advocate. A devil's advocate is such a bullshit term anyways. The devil doesn't need one. Firstly, and secondly, just... This person is so disingenuous. So disingenuous when they interact with you. Ugh, clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity... Like, I don't know if you need to carry garlic or holy water. But, like, I would honestly say garlic, holy water, and a spray bottle for this person. They're just... And they're annoying. They're just annoying. Hey, I'm doing good. Don't worry, I will go back and I will answer some questions. Right, yeah, right, that part. But yeah, no, this person is being wildly disingenuous, and they know they are. They're being the devil because they like getting under your skin. They like getting in your craw. God, it feels like they were a little shit when they were a kid, too. Like, this is just the entirety of this personality. Like, it's literally the entirety of this person's personality. Yeah, no, like, spritz him in the frickin' face. Just cut all ties that you can with that person. They are so not worth the effort or the consternation. Even if punching them in the nose might seem like really worth it, they aren't. Because that's what they want. They want the reaction, they want the rage, they want the So yeah, no, give them nothing, let them starve. Solo Giovanni number 27 for the pink, and then the outside is just wet and wild. Hydrating. I do have a paid reading that popped up. Let me put a name to that. Nina. Or Nana? Nana? That's the paid one, so after we're done with the freeze, we will do that next. So who's up next? After Rebecca, Ruth. Don't ask why. Because I was thinking of my character. So Ruth just went. Who's next? We have a list. I'm asking for my list reader to do so. Ooh, strawberry sounds good. Cosette is next? Perfect. Yeah, they hate the no reaction. Yeah, you're welcome. I might be able to if you I'm now into the paid card readings. Our free is full, so if you go to Blinks and Lio, the first 4 should be under the Reddit one. Those should be all payment links. Yep. Yeah, we've seen it work very well where we ignored a narcissist and it drive them straight up a friggin' wall. Okay, so let's do the poll. This is a very pentacle-heavy day. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Usually this is the part in times where you're looking in the schematics. You're looking at where things need to be adjusted, where things are going right, where things are not going so right. especially with the Seven of Pentacles. Right now, the free readings are full. And this one is for Cosette, but if it really resonates, definitely take with. So the Seven of Pentacles is usually when you're looking at, okay, how are we doing so far? The schematics look pretty good. The blueprints look really good. I think we've got everything. It looks ready. We've already done some preliminary works. Everything's good. But in reverse, you're noticing the well-laid plans that you've had so far, they're not lining up. There is a cracked cog, or something is not falling into place. And it doesn't feel like anybody's fault in particular. It just feels like the vibe wasn't there. So like trying to push forward in this regard is so not working, because you're like, oh no, the gears keep getting caught, basically. Yeah, you're gonna want to take like 2 steps back. So step back, take a look, find the problem, and then take a step back behind that problem, fix that, and then go forward again. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Charlies. Thank you, by the way, for all the likes, the loves, the shares, the everything like that. Thank you so much. I am working on getting my bills paid, especially my rent, which is coming up very quickly. So by all means, if you would like to find me in different places, feel free. I am setting appointments. I am doing commission work, custom orders, all that kind of good stuff. I do have limits and boundaries, but I can discuss those more thoroughly elsewhere. I have no idea if your boyfriend is cheating on you. Alright, Emily, are you here? Thank you so much. Okay, let's get you read. And who's after Emily? Oh, yes. So rent overall for me is $1,700. I literally just paid off my very large electricity bill. And my insurance bills. So I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, so, but like, I don't expect any one person to like suddenly go over and be the ultimate whale sub and like go, here's $2,000, get yourself some groceries on top of all of it. Okay. Like, I don't expect that. But if people do smaller amounts, many hands make light work. And I do appreciate everything that people do, especially when it's the, hey, I really like your work, I would like to see more of it, here's some money, give me some of the art, please, thank you. And art means all the different kinds. Okay, is Nina on our list? I think it should be coming up soon. But yeah, let's do Emily, and then Mr. 305. Okay. So Emily and then Mr. 305. Ooh. Hermit. This is actually, this feels like a good thing. If you feel overwhelmed, if you feel, right, yeah, that part. If you're feeling overwhelmed, or if you just feel like walking into your bedroom with a good book, and some snackies, and just like sit and read and decompress. It's okay to like need to go into hermit mode for no apparent reason other than you're tired of people. Don't think that you have to be around people. Just, you're like, oh, everybody else is telling me I need to be social, If you're not an extrovert, you are burning energy at a rapid rate. Introverts need a little bit of time to like pull back and recharge in ways that are healthy for them. And even extroverts really need to learn when to pull back and not overspend themselves. Because extroverts, when they do that, they crash and burn. And then they wonder like, oh my God, why did that happen? I'm such a, gregarious person. I can't believe I was so antisocial for like 3 hours. It's like, nah, dude, you needed a rest and a recharge. So hermit mode on this one, you need a rest and a recharge. You really do, my dear Emily. Like, it's okay and fine to like join in the fun and festivities, but like don't burn yourself out. Don't burn yourself out. Learn when to take that step back. If not, the burnout is real, and the burnout can honestly take you out of rotation a lot longer than if you were just like to step back and give yourself a little bit of breathing room. Yes! I freaking love when bosses recognize that you need a day off. It's hard. It's really, really hard sometimes. It's really, really hard. I do the same thing where I will, sprint trying to make sure everything is getting done and taken care of. And then I will end up like kind of burning myself out there. And yeah, don't worry. You're doing what you're taught. You're doing what you know, but yeah. What? What the heck? What did I walk back in? Like I remember parts of it. Yeah, if you have a partner that you really think is cheating, either communicate that with them and talk about why you have those feelings and what's going on. And if you get a confirmation, if you know they are, just walk away. Just walk the fuck away. Like, and if you feel like, oh my god, I really need to step, you just walk away. Don't waste your time or theirs. Okay, we're not seeing Mr. 305, but Ramona, are you here? Oh, I wear about a size 2X, 3X roughly. If it's in that size range, I would not mind doing it. I might alter it. Because I like to alter stuff to fit my aesthetics and my feels and whatnot. But there should be a P.O. box listed in the Blinks and layout. Ramona, are you here, my darling? We've got two people who may have wandered off. Thank you, darling. Okay, let's do Nina then, because, yeah, I'm like, whoever I just pulled for. So, 7 of Cups is so many options, not enough time. Some of them are nightmares. Some of them are just really awful options. Anytime you see one of those, you can go ahead and just outright block them. You don't even have to worry about muting them because they're just bots. But yeah, Nina, this is so many options. None of them seem like really great options. It feels more like you're holding your nose and you're gonna do it like a shot. You don't love any of these options. You know that it feels like the hard work is going to lead somewhere, but it really feels like you don't want to take this medicine. You just really don't. You really, really, really don't. So yeah, take your time, pick your poison, as it were, and yeah. I swear to God, I feel like I have a headache. You are like stressed to the max on this one. You really are stressed to the max on this one. But yeah, no. Take your time, pick your poison. You know, better things are definitely on the other side, but yeah, it's one of those hold your nose and do it fast, because there is no getting around making the choice. If you try not to make the choice, that's a choice in and of itself. And the repercussions from not making a choice are going to be so much worse. Mm-hmm. Thank you, darling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. NYX Modern Dreamer palette. Yes, I've done a few ombre lips. This particular thing is, one is a stain. The pink is a stain, and then the outside is Wet n Wild, so it's more fluid pencil. Love them to bits and pieces. But if I'm doing ombres, I tend to do a mix with the pinks and the purples, two stains, and then add a layer of lip gloss on top. Yeah, you're welcome. Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Grow those nails out. I love a good nail. I mean, I would love to do, acrylic nails every now and again, but I also recognize that for me especially, I have to let my nail beds rest. Because if not, you can do a lot of damage and then they get really thin and bitchy. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. We'll wait for just a moment. Let me do the read for Uda. Ude. Sorry, that's the last name on there. Ombre or ombre, depending on how you pronounce it, it's just an accent thing. So yeah, ombre or ombre are the two ways that I usually hear it pronounced. I'm very much in the ombre family. I want to say it has somewhat Spanish origins. But then again, Spanish, French, Italian, the Romantic languages are all Latin-based, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. Oh, we're not letting the cards choose the future. The cards are just giving us gentle, roadmaps of kind of where we're headed in our life. And you look at the roadmap and go, okay, I might want to take a little bit of a left instead of a little bit of a right. It is gentle and it is flexible. Things are fluid, not hard, fast. This is the prophecy. There is no change. It's much more like, no, this is the stuff that's going on. This is stuff that is going on currently. This is stuff that kind of headed your direction. You can choose to move out of the way of the fan or not. Is the paid read here? I had a $5, I believe a $5 paid read. And for that, we will actually switch to Shadow Deck. Ah, there's Ramona. There we go. So it's $5 per card. We can do anything from a 1 card all the way up to a 10 card. And a 10 card is a full Celtic Cross. So it's a very full read with a lot of nuance. Those ones are a little bit draining, but they are what they are. They will give you a lot of information. If you're new to this, I would say go with the Steampunk deck. It's a little bit nicer. The Shadowscape deck is very, very blunt. I think, wasn't Ramona one of the people we called, though? Because if nothing else, we've got 2 open. That part. Oh, the lip combo is Solo Giovanni number 27. That's the pink inside. And then Wet n Wild, their eye and lip pencil. Well, I'm not seeing the paid read show up, so my dear, you will be read by the Shadow Deck. Okay, perfect. Oh, good, we got another Emperor upright. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so the Emperor again. The Emperor writes things in stone. They make the legislation. They make the law. They make the boundary lines of what's going to go on for the day. I'm so glad it's upright. This is somebody who's supposed to come to you, though. You are not the emperor. The emperor is supposed to come to you. Feels almost like a mentor, but they aren't going to try and teach you like the Hierophant. They're not going to ask you to go into seclusion like the Hermit. They're not going to do the witchy woo-woo like the High Priestess. This emperor is just here to tell you what to do. It's like on-the-job training. But it feels like a really good on-the-job training, but like there's going to be minimal hand-holding when it comes to this particular emperor. You're just being quiet. Not like, oh my god, you have to hush, but like being quiet and observing what's going on and what is expected will end up impressing the emperor far more than anything else. Don't worry, I'm just going back to make sure that people are okay. Ah, there you go. There you go. Da, da, da. How do I know? I'm an intuitive. So some people are like, I'm clairvoyant. I can see into the future. I can't see into the future for shit. Trust me, my ADHD stops that. But I am deeply intuitive. So a name, especially a name that you pick for yourself, a name that you are connected to and have resonance with, is really all I need to focus on, and then I let the cards do what they do. When the card pops out, it's almost like the beginning of a movie starts up in my head. And it shows me parts of the movie that are really needed to pay attention to. So it's still really, really it's weird, but it literally plays through my head. I do all the things, I say all the things, I look at the key components that need to be touched on. And then the moment I am done, it flees my head. Half the times I can't remember what the card is that I pulled. So I get insight, but I only get insight for a very temporary amount of time. It's dubious knowledge is what I call it. And then, yeah, it is gone. Well, you have a major arcana and a minor arcana. The major arcana tells you major life events. Minor arcana are for slightly more minor or nuanced life events. And they're just basically picking up on kind of what the overall universe is saying. There's diffractal theory, planar theory, string theory. There's a lot of different theories around how the universe acts and interacts, and it's basically just asking, what does the fabric of time and space kind of look like? Where's shit getting dropped? And then going from there. It is so hard to explain. And again, it's not a hard and fast. There are definitely times that you're like, wow, I came really close to, but nothing came of. And it's like, yeah, that happens. Because you changed enough of what you did that you were no longer on a collision course for, detrimental things. So did we have a next read? Oh no, it's a singular top. It was a dress that I had to modify because it had feathers all over it and it itched to hell and back. So I decided I would, change it up just a little. And yeah, I have this really nice, almost, I can show it to you. I have this almost cocktail-esque dress that has a nice long leg so that I look nice and tall. So yeah. A well-turned calf. I know. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Oh, that just popped up on my screen. 3-card read, right? Okay, we can do this. Thank you. I'm tall enough. Hard to kidnap. How tall do you think I am? You're either going to be very close to right or probably incredibly wrong, which I always found hilarious. Would you like Shadowscape? Or would you like the steampunk deck? Hello, darling. How do you do? I'm working on making rent one way or another. First one, Shadowscape. Bold. Bold. There were choices. There were choices made. Of course, we always give these a very, very, very good shuffle because while I do believe in some things that are outside control, I know enough about statistics to realize that anytime you shuffle a deck, you need to shuffle it a minimum of 7 times in order to make sure that the cards are well mixed enough that you are not statistically likely to pull multiples of the same cards that you've already gone through. And remember, not everything's good, not everything's bad. Of course, we pull the fucking Emo Boy Quartet. Jesus. Fuck. So we pull the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Four of Swords. You pull the emos. You so fucking emo. But like emo in almost a funny way at this point. So, King of Swords, Knight of Swords, and then the Four of Swords. Where in my steampunk deck, the King of Swords tends to be a bit more, nice, older gentleman who, just things are the way they are, and that's how he set the... In this deck, the King of Swords is Captain Emo. He's dark. He's brooding. Woe is me. I must sit here alone on my throne, making all the rules. It's Captain Dramatical. He really is. But yeah, like he does have a lot on his plate. He's gotta make a lot of decisions and decide what should stay, what should go, what structures and systems work. His life is so hard. And then it's paired with the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is almost his antithesis, his foil. The Knight of Swords is very rakish, very... Hello, darling. How do you do? Oh, yes, do you like my swan? Shall we take a midnight flight? That kind. It feels like they're in opposition to each other, but both of them want your attention. And that causes you so much concern. Like, it doesn't feel like two people, it feels like two concepts. One of them that has a lot of stricture, some rules, regulations, not necessarily micromanaging, but it's routine. It's like daily routine. Constant daily routine, and it's just so humdrum banal. And now you have something coming in that might actually wake up that routine, shift around that routine, make things a little bit more interesting, to say the least. But weirdly enough, that causes you stress too, because you're like, if I give up the steadfast, if I give up the constant, even though I find it boring, unfulfilling in many ways, if I give up that and go with the more fanciful option. Will you be making a mistake, or will you be making a change for the better? That's what's hanging over your head, is this imaginary need to change or need to choose between the two. You don't have to choose between daily routine and something new. You can add something new to the daily routine. I mean, you don't have to go bonkers. It's not like you gotta like eat a pint of Ben and Jerry's every night or drink an entire fifth of whiskey. But like, if you want to add something new into your routine, by all means do it. Because the worrying about it is it's literally working against you in this particular fashion. And again, you pulled all cards. You're worrying yourself over things that don't like physically exist to cause you consternation. I read for good news or bad news, whatever the cards tell me. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad. You get what you get. And Shadowscape is definitely one of my more ruthless decks. It is very blunt, very honest. Whereas, like, I also have my my steampunk deck here, and that deck is quite a bit more optimistic and a little bit more gentle with its delivery. Is that Zodiac Terror? No, these are not Zodiac. This is Shadowscape. Shadowscape is mildly Fae-base. So it I don't try to fuck with the Fae. They have a lot of rules, regulations, strictures. I follow the frickin' game plan. I don't need shit showing up when I don't need shit showing up. Whereas the steampunk deck is... that one works a bit more on a Zodiac level. How is everybody doing? Yeah, that part. Like honestly, the truth doesn't care about opinion. It just is what it is. I'm doing pretty well. You know what? I really would like to get myself a bit of a coffee and milk, so let's go do that thing. I also need to put y'all on a block of ice, because of course it's summer here and we're having a bit of an overheating problem. I wish they made collar coolers for you know, for phones and whatnot. Oh, thank you. I did the makeup. Thank you so much. So let's go. Let's do... I'm becoming a rather deft-handed it. Hello, darling. Ghost stories. Yeah, that part. Yeah, no, of the entities in this world that I steer really, really clear of trying to piss off in any manner or variety, Fae and the Loa. Those are two I'm just like, nope. Whew, 90 degrees. Fuck my life. Yo. Hello. Oh, we're getting some coffee real quick because I need it. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the Fae, Fae, fairy, the fair kind, the fair folk. I steer very, very, very far clear of them. The Fae are not nearly as kind as people think they are. They are akin to alien races. They are very far outside of what we consider human morality. They have their own sense of morality. They have their own sense of justice, right, wrong, that kind of stuff. But you don't fuck with them. You just don't fuck with them. You steer real far clear. Now, there are plenty of things that like to impersonate being Fae because humans are silly and we like to futz with everything. So there are things that are like, oh, if I can make myself look shiny, they'll play with me. Okay, and they'll be like, oh yes, I'm a Fae. We're friends. The fair folk, as they were, are far more likely to kidnap you and abscond with you, and not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. It is a bad time, by and large. Now, there are some very wonderful ones out there, and they are what they are. They're often house helpers. They don't necessarily want a whole lot of recognition. You put out little gifts for them and just kind of leave it be. But yeah, like there's whole rules and laws about how to go about interacting with the fair kind. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Let me get this started. Let's get working on some coffee. I would like some. Ooh, the bone broth is slowly coming along. Oh, that is going to be so good. So yeah, we're going to have that pot over there has the big thick marrow bones, and they are very, very, very slow cooking for at least like the next 12 to 24 hours more. Thank you so much, darling. That is exactly what I was going for. I love like cocktail dresses, very 1930s, 1940s speakeasy-esque stuff. That resonates really nicely with me. And of course, we are selling all the things. So if you need art, please go to Coffee. If you're trying to find me other places across the internet, The Throne is the keys to the kingdom. I've got plenty of sessions open, lots of different stuff that you can commission or get custom orders for. By all means, seek me out. Ask me those questions there. I believe I even posted up a menu on Reddit, so if people need prices for that kind of stuff on the Age Verified site, it's all right there. And I've even stated like what levels I'm comfortable working with. So yeah. Bye. So I am currently between like 9 to 5 kind of jobs. So I mostly stay home because I don't have a lot of money to go out and run and gun with, as it were. But also it is frickin' Southern California, and the heat index is something awful right now. Not to mention we just had 2 like back-to-back fires, so our air quality is absolute trash right now. I went walking last night, get some exercise and whatnot, and I was sucking air by the time I got home because there was still so much like crap just hanging around in the air. Right? We love a good vintage moment. Well, and the vintage of the 1930s, 1940s era is when we started actually lightening up clothing layers because we had conflagrations and conflicts going on. So we started shortening hems and using less fabric for our clothing so that we could put it towards the efforts in Germany and France. So yeah, there's every time we had a major battle or a major war, clothing afterwards seems to get a lot shorter or a lot smaller, usually as a cost-saving measure on fabric. Yeah. Thank you, darling. I had a little bit more jewelry on earlier, but... Oh yeah, heck yeah. Welcome to my page. If you do not know me, if you haven't been around for very long, my name is Sanguine. How do you do? I have a whole lot of the ADHDs. I am currently on my journey becoming an SW. I do the SW of the variety of digital, and where I'm in charge for the most part. I have those particular proclivities, and I like doing those things. I also am an artist. I do watercolor painting. I do press on nails as artwork. I do resin, all manner of things, from very safe for work to very not safe for work. So ask about things accordingly on places that are appropriate. You know what? I get most of my jewelry at thrift stores. I used to go to like Goodwill when I still frequented them, and they would have like big jars of stuff that are just like, we don't know, it's a bunch of random jewelry, we just chucked it all in there. And I would get some really cool stuff. This one is actually, it was made by a friend. This was vintage stuff that I found. Also estate sales, swap meets. Fantastic places to get very inexpensive jewelry that is oft in good condition. I haven't retired, my dear. I'm still in my 40s. I would love to retire, though, from doing that particular type of work. I would love to, like... I don't know if I would ever retire, but I would love to retire in, like, 15 years or so as an older DOMME, you know, with a good following and... like mutuals that I could actually direct my following towards to carry on. And hopefully by that time I'd also be like on a director board of some variety so that I could help other people who are in SW, help people who are trying to get out of SW, also help people who are trying to get out of being trafficked. Because those two things are actually very, very separate, but there's a lot of overlap. And there's a lot of help needed on both of those. So yeah, I'd like to end my, you know, illustrious career in the future, a couple decades later, actually doing good for the community. Oh, so this had sleeves, it had a neckline up to here. So I fully modded a dress from Shein because it didn't quite fit correctly and it wasn't quite me. Yeah. Aw, thank you. They're great. Brown glitter might actually work. Actually, where did my palette go? Where did that palette go? Let me put you on the ice block because I have a feeling we're about to have an overheat moment. why are my hands so small? Why are my hands so freaking small? I mean, it can be. It's got a good amount of fat and minerals into it. So sometimes when you have a lot of good fats and minerals in a food, you get a nice little energy burst out of it. Yo. Yes, they finally did. A couple months back, they called in the exterminator. Exterminator was incredibly nice and very, very good at what they did. They sealed up all the holes. They, like, got a big rat's nest out of there that scared the living. Jeez, these things were like, and these were the juveniles, were like that size, sans tail. I'm like, yeah, that they took care of that. They got rid of the raccoons' access into the overheads, all that kind of good stuff. I think I've only heard like one squirrel in the walls, and trying to keep squirrels out of certain places is dang near impossible because they are determined little fuckers. They are determined to hide their nuts somewhere. I'm sorry, I looked up at just the right moment. The timing on that was fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah, I did very, very light makeup. Most of this that you see on my face, because I didn't use any primer, and I didn't use any foundation or anything like that. I just did the eyeshadows because I'm sweating so heavily. It is so fucking warm in here. I sweat so heavily that I'm like, this is not going to stay if I put foundation on there. So I'm literally just using the NYX Modern Dreamer palette, and I did, let's see, I think I picked one of the deeper, I picked one of the deeper pinks, and I put just a hint of this lighter kind of taupey pink with just a hint of the shimmer on it, and it picks up perfectly. So I look dewy without looking, damn girl, did you just climb out of the swamp? What the fuck happened there? That is a lot of shiny. No, I'm not shiny. I'm just dewy. Oh, let's see. It is roughly about 6:30. Now, I have ADHD. 'Tis not formally diagnosed, but I have ADHD. And stimulants do not work on me in quite the same way they do for other people. So I can actually take pretty large amounts of decently caffeinated coffee and drink it and not have trouble going to sleep. The same thing would happen as if I didn't drink coffee. I would still have the same sleep pattern and rhythm. I just put a dash of salt in there, a bit of full-fat milk, and let's do, I'm going to put a little bit of honey in there, maybe half a second. Damn it, the cup is really hot. There we go. I will occasionally have oat milk. I do find that's rather nice. It gives it a more of a nutty flavor. But the dregs of it can get a little bit textury. Right. Like some people can drink coffee and it knocks them out. For me, it's just like, okay, it tastes good, but it doesn't do like more to it necessarily for me. that part. Yeah, no. The bitter taste can be very overwhelming. That's why sometimes I put just a touch of salt in. The salt is a base, whereas the bitter in coffee is more acid based. So the salt will actually kind of neutralize some of that bitterness and make it a bit smoother. I also use honey instead of sugar because honey is sweet, but not like overly sweet, and you can use a lot less of it to get a better effect. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've had that before. That is, yes, absolutely yes, absolutely yes. Chai with a little bit of espresso in it. Oh, it's fantastic. It really bolsters the tea flavor and just elevates it just a touch. It is fantastic. Hello, darling. Yeah. How's everybody doing? I'm going to be here for just a second. I'm going to put you on. We are drinking a bit of coffee. This particular type of coffee is this. You get it's like $2.99 at H Mart. And it is a very just nice, fine grind, very, very strong coffee. It's made for Viet coffee, which if you've ever had a good Viet coffee, which is basically good, strong coffee with condensed milk added, I love that stuff, especially a well-iced. Oh, my goodness gracious. Happiest camper you will ever see. Hello, darling. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Are my little penguins behaving themselves? I really hope they are. Yes, I do have fangs, my dear. Oh, thank you so much. Between the fangs and the makeup and the dress, I am feeling absolutely wonderful tonight. So yeah, I actually make the fangs. I'm a denture wearer. If you're not okay with medical stuff or dental stuff, it's okay to look away for a second. So I had all of my teeth removed for health reasons. They just needed to go. There was a lot of damage. It was not a good scene. So we got everything pulled in February. It was a bit of a traumatic experience, but we're not going to rehash that. But yeah, got them all pulled. So now I wear dentures. And these are my temps as I'm getting everything figured out and letting the bone heal up correctly. But yeah, I make fang caps basically for my dentures out of friendly plastic, aka thermoplastic. Takes me all of, a couple minutes to do. I can change the look from being these nice, small cat-like vampire type fangs, all the way up to sometimes I will do a heavier fang that looks like a big canine. And those I use more for the cat girls and the werewolves that I do. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, dear. I didn't make the dress per se, but I did modify the dress. So it used to have a high neckline, lots of feathers, long sleeves and everything. And I'm just it's pretty, but I'm not loving it. So I decided to, chop it up a little, make some adjustments so that it fit for what I wanted it to do. And then I occasionally wear it with some really nice black demonias. Nah, I just learned how to do a lot of things, and then I parlayed those into what I wanted to see. Yeah! And it's really nice. It's just really fantastic, velour velvet type thing. Thank you, darling. Hello! I haven't seen you in forever! Oh my goodness, how are you doing, darling? Well, I mean, between the fangs and just really good makeup today. The makeup is it's doing what I asked it to do, and I appreciate that. Oh, yes. if people wish to join, you may join your subscription here. It's like $2.99. And anybody who has a subscription here, you get a 1-card pull once a month. If you buy any art from Coffee, just let me know which piece you bought and how much it was. You will get card pulls for that. And if it's anything like over like $100, $200, you're basically getting free card reads anytime you ask for like a full month. So yeah, feel free to have that. Now, if you're looking for other varieties of things, I don't know, maybe spicy literature, my goodness, you're going to want to head over to AO3, Archive of Our Own. I've got a couple of Call of Duty fanfics over there, and yes, they are feral fuck. But oddly enough, even my spicy ratings, they have a plot. So, welcome to it. It's going to be fun. One is very Koenig heavy, and the other one is very reverse harem with Ghost, Price, and Koenig. And it's so fucking cool. And then if you like the other stuff, if that's the variety you're looking for, go to the throne room. Keys to the kingdom are there. Make sure you are tall enough to ride those rides. So, who has questions? Welcome to the Sanguine Salon. We do a little bit of everything here. A salon is a place where you can sit, hang out, talk, socialize, learn about the day, learn about, things that are going on around the world, science, history, all kinds of different things. So, feel free to have at, as long as you are asking usually in good faith and of good standing, then there's no problem. You can ask damn near everything. Just make sure you're coding it correctly, because the algos will sometimes smack you. Dinner. Ooh. I mean, I had ramen. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best not to get in my own way. I had the green screen up. Apparently it pulls enough battery power that it was starting to overheat the phone. So at some point, TikTok itself turned the green screen on. So, yeah. I plan to. I really do. The funny thing is, if I had my way, I would have a large following on the very vanilla side and a large following on the spicy side as well. And I wouldn't mind if the two would talk and meet and mingle and whatnot. But yeah, like, that would be so cool to be able to be on both sides. Because I see people, especially people who go into SW. I see people go into SW and then they are labeled as only that persona, and there's nothing else outside of that. And I'm like, I really want to be able to bridge that gap, because I very much believe it exists. So yeah. Gift card? Bone broth. I've got to show you guys the bone broth. It is fan-frickin-tastic. So this is the bone broth, and these were the marrow bones that we cooked up yesterday for the meat butter. Don't worry, that's what do you call it? That's curry that's in there. But yeah, we are just slowly cooking for 24 to 48 hours. We, because, I speak in collective terms with penguins. We. Not the royal we, just we. Hey, Tyler, how do you do? But yeah, no, so 24 to 48 hours low cook, just to get it almost soft enough that you can crush the bones. That makes the perfect bone broth. Oh, I wish. I wouldn't mind having one of those. I would not mind having one of those. Currently, though, not yet anybody brave enough nor anybody clever enough to pass the general tests. Oh, oh my goodness. Yes. It's so warm. It's so warm. Yeah, yeah. No, no fishermen coming over. I promise. I kind of wish he had followed through, though. Like, it's like, okay, you know, no big skin off my back, as it were. Pardon as I gently pat down. Hopefully I don't take off all the makeup. Like, yeah, I had so much hope for the fisherman. Because I'm like, oh, okay, he called on the day. He called on the day. Okay, he's not going to leave you hanging. Nope. Damn. But then again, maybe that just moves him aside for, I don't know, some tall, gorgeous, hunky, Call of Duty, well-tattooed, kind of goofy cosplayer-esque type person to, like, wander into my life. I'm just saying. I also just literally ran across a creator that is, like, very heavily tattooed, but he is just wonderfully dorky, and, like, his stuff makes me giggle. And I'm like, I want a person like this in my life. I want this kind of person for a significant other. I'm not always positive. I'm just always passionate. And I'm not even trying not to take a compliment. I promise you, I'm not trying to not take a compliment. I have finally recognized, it's not that I am always positive, it is that I am always passionate. Yeah, Koenig or Shannon Sharp would be quite nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's Haley, Tyler, and 109 Selma. Sorry, it took me a moment to decipher that. I'll take that. I will definitely take that. Passionate and honest. Yeah, I'm one of those people where when people tell me, oh my God, I love you, I'm like, we're going to correct that real quick. You don't love me? You love the idea of me? And they're like, no, bitch, I actually love you. And I'm like, I'm going to go learn how to not take a compliment over in the corner over there. Thank you. Yeah. I'm bad at it. I really am. Like I understand. I understand compliments when they're coming from certain people, especially certain people who are paying me well. I can understand then they're going, oh my God, you did an amazing job. Thank you. That's exactly what. Like, yeah, you're right. I did a good job. Thank you. But yeah, just like regular people, I'm just like, what? Okay, it's a little known, but not kept secret, that I adore, like, Japanese snacks. I know they're not good for me because I kind of have a soy allergy that goes on. I love a good melon soda. I love sangria or ramune melon sodas. I think they're just top tier, especially the melon cream sodas. Shonen also has an elderberry and a banana cream soda that are fantastic. Those are just, I love those. Get those at H Mart. And sometimes at Daiso. I do love a good Castella cake or a honey cake. I adore a good honey cake. Like, top tier, love a good bit of honey cake or a fruit tart. I will do unspeakable things for a good fruit tart. Oh no, I am sweaty. It's literally 90 degrees in here with the air conditioning going on. I'm about to go and stand in front of the damn thing. Thank you, darling. The lip combo is nice. Let me go grab a fan, and I am going to go stand in front of the... Yeah, no, it is Southern California, so I am just profusely sweating almost constantly throughout the day. Okay, so I'm gonna stand semi in front of it so you're not like, yeah. Oh yeah, no, it is what it is. Hence the reason I am trying so hard to become like financially stable so that I can move and into a place that is better, what do you call it? Better, what is the word I'm looking for? Better insulated. Because the temperature fluxes are just, they are unhinged, to say the least. But yeah, it's hard to keep my apartment anything under like 85 to 90 degrees during the day. Yeah, that part. There is, I will show you. So I've got that, and it's not even a swamp cooler. It's just an AC unit, but it's such a small AC unit, and there's literally only one of them for the entire apartment. So there's that, but then I've got these giant like bay windows that you'll see right behind me. So these giant ass windows, they don't retain heat or cold for anything. It lets it straight out. That's why I've layered up the curtains in front of it. Ooh, goodness. Oh, you're at 100 degrees. Woo. I'm sorry you were putting up with that bullshit. Damn. It's definitely a lot cooler at night, and I keep my fan going like full tilt at night because I'm not gonna analyze in this heat like that. But yeah, like I am drinking so much ice cold water, like so much. Cover the. Oh no! There's paint. There's paint on either side of that little unit. It's just really clear paint. But there's paint on either side of it. It's just a small and not necessarily very powerful unit. Yup. So yeah, I have blackout curtains in my bedroom, which is where we kind of were with the fan going. It's a little bit more manageable, but it's still really warm. Oh yeah. Don't worry, those are black. There's pane. There's panes of glass, basically. Yeah, that is wild to me, and I've lived here my entire life. It is wild to me that any housing unit would be able to get away with not having AC units in Southern California, seeing as we get to blistering hot levels of just heat. And certain parts of Southern California are desert, so the heat is doubly bad. Some of this. I wish we had double pane glass. That would be helpful. That'd be super helpful. Yeah, I don't like. Luckily, I don't have any gaps on this. But this is also a 1930s craftsman home. There are so many areas of gap that I've like literally gap taped most of the doors. No, it is. Here. Let me show you. Okay. That's glass. Oh, 106 in Florida. Shit. Fair enough. Blackout curtains probably would help on that. I should put something up there. Fair. Yeah, at 106 you would be. It's practically 5,000 BTU. Propane and propane accessories. Ooh. Oh, I like the sound of that. 'Cause yeah, the UV rays can like really warm a place up. Thank you, darling. It'd be nice to relocate within Southern California. I like kind of being near LA and near places that do lifestyle events that I like to participate in when I have the chance to. So if I were to move anywhere, I know that I would want to move somewhere that had a lifestyle community, because that is something I like to participate in, and that is something that is very much a part of me. absolutely. We can get you what do you call it? We can get you a tour of the fit. Okay, awesome. I'll see what I can do. Right. I think I'd love the Bay Area. It's expensive to live up there. But you are right. I think I would love the Bay Area. I've been up there a few times and it's gorgeous. And they got a lot of people that I like. You know what? It's also weird. I would love to live in Venice Beach. Venice Beach it's everything that you hear about Southern California. It's wacky. It's a little bit crazy. Everybody's a little bit weird. It is definitely a beach town. Muscle Beach is a very awesome place. I think it is just friggin' wild, but I love it. And I think if I were to pick somewhere else that I would want to go to, like Venice Beach, might be another place that I would kind of like to go towards, I'm just saying. But yeah. Aluminum seems like a cheap alternative. It might be. Sorry, I'm just being handsy with a block of ice right now. Aw! Thank you! Thank you so much for that. Oregon is a really cool place if you are not colored. As in, if you are this shade, if you are this color or darker, things get really rough really quick. Oregon was established as an ethno-state. They didn't even want to have enslaved people. Like, that wasn't their whole, they didn't even, like, how do I put this? Oregon was established as quite literally a state where they wanted palm-colored people only. And they are still, unfortunately, very rife with sundown towns and sundown counties, which can make it a little bit dangerous if you're outside of certain areas. Portland is one of those areas that is safer, but like if you're in the surrounding towns, that can get dicey real quick. What? Established? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, because they were doing them so darn regularly, between that and the cross burnings, they had to make a lot of laws, and those laws are not always enforced. Yeah. If you just look up, why was Oregon established, or was Oregon an ethno-state, and you will get the history, and it is fucking wild. Thank you very much, darling. Thermoplastic on my dentures. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Yeah, normally I don't do pink all that often, but y'all voted for pink this morning, so I was like, okay, let's do the pink, let's make the makeup match, and the makeup came out really good today, so I'm just like, oh, fuck it, okay, let's run. Oh, you're being condescending, I'm getting it. So yeah, if you don't notice, not only am I wearing dentures and fangs, my accent will change moment to moment, and establish, don't care, they all mean the same thing. And if you don't like the enunciation, pronunciation, or otherwise, like, it's okay. It's okay. You'll learn. Oh yeah, no, you do research on a sundown town in the Americas, and it's terrifying. It is eye-opening. Yeah, they're getting better about telling that history, which I appreciate, but still, it's like, I gotta make sure that I'm very, very careful. Thank you, darlings. And I was wearing my Demonia boots today with that. If you don't know Demonia, they're those big, beautiful, stompy goth boots that I have. I adore wearing those things. So much so. And when people pay me to wear them, I am even happier about it. Yep, I have fangs. Welcome, darlings. This is in a Bathory. When you see the hair up like this, and the fangs in nice, short, and clean like this, you're more than likely speaking to the elder vampire persona in a Bathory. How do you do, darling? So, I took a dress from Shein. It was about $20. It fit like a mod dress. It was a mod mermaid. So basically, it was supposed to fit much like a sheath dress, and then it flares out roughly at about the knee level so that you get the swishy, which is the mermaid form. It had feathering, it had a neckline up to here, long sleeves, the whole nine. The feathers became a problem very quickly, and this material was not comfortable overall. I do not know who you are, so you will not be joining my live. Thank you, though. I went in and I did a full recalibration, cut this nice deep V, because, I mean, why would you waste a sweetheart neckline and not show off the lovely lovelies? And then took off the sleeves so that I had a bit more airflow and going. Left this at about the same, but took the neckline down just a touch, to give it a little bit more class, a little bit more elegance, and a little bit more air on the backside of my neck. Because again, that collar at the front was really high. I'm like, let's take that down. Let's make it a little bit nicer, a little bit more classy. And yeah, just kind of went from there. I am the queen of modification when it comes to clothing. I have a degree of psychology and a degree of fashion design. So I love taking clothing and modifying it and making it fit my aesthetic a bit better. Hello, darlings. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing quite well. We do have live card readings that can be done. They are only $5 per card. If you go up to the blinks and light, holy, wow! I'm sorry, I did not notice that y'all have been tapping away something fearsome. Did you all get me over 17,000 likes? Oh, my darlings, I think you are absolutely delightful for doing that. Oh yeah! Let me go grab my one of my packs. I will bring out, actually, let's see if I can bring out both of them. So tarot is actually one of the newest divination forms. It's only roughly 150, 200 years old. Rider-Waite is one of the most well-established, well-known decks. And basically it is cards that center around a major arcana or major life events and a minor arcana or minor nuanced life events. And basically what it does is it gives you gentle guideposts for the most part as to what is going on in your life and what you might want to avoid or what you might want to aim towards, all those kind of things. You have a fashion, oh, I fucking love that. Fashion merchandising is one heck of a degree. It is interesting, the amount of I'm not going to say flim-flam, because flim-flam sounds as if you are not making the, like, the way merchandisers have to phrase everything, the way they have to present everything, like, it takes a lot of skill to finesse a good fashion merchandise campaign. And skilled fashion merchandisers are worth their weight in gold. Look at Saks Fifth Avenue, Barney's, Harrods, all of them. They get merchandisers to do their stores, and the reason they are so successful and garner so much attention is because they're doing really, really good work and bringing people in those doors. So, like, being able to get in that front door as a merchandiser just so you can get a little bit of space, that is a big deal. And that is something that is hard fought for. I can design shit. I can pattern draft for shit. I can do custom orders for shit. Merchandising, marketing, oh my goodness, I am so terrible at marketing myself because I don't know how to brag on myself. I'm just like, I do the thing, and they're like, yeah, but what else do you do? And I'm like, the thing? Fuck, do I not know? Pardon us. Pop the door open. Ugh. Get some of this warm ass air out. Part of it is also I have a pilot light on there, and that's not going to help my ass at all. How's everybody doing? How are we? What are we up to? What's going on? Just trying to cool down my apartment a touch. Aw, thank you so much. Alright. Facing you downwards mostly so you can see what I'm doing. Yes, I riffle as a stim. It just is what it is. Now, this is my sweet vibe. This is my everyday, this is just me as a person vibe. If you find me other places on the internet, which there are plenty of the other places on the internet you can find me. If you find me in other places of the internet, the vibe is going to feel markedly different for a reason, because I'm usually playing a persona on those other places. Aw, thank you so much, darling. Yeah, if you go up to the links and wow, thank you for the over 20k likes now. Holy crap, y'all are motoring. I am impressed. So cards are $5 per. If you go, there should be ash caps, then throne, and coffee. If you go to coffee and you buy art, you get an equal number of cards paid. You don't have to just, be like, hey, here's the thing. No, you can also get art on coffee, because I like, trading. I like doing as much as I can. So, yeah. Hello, darling. How do you do? Are we being snippety? Oh, good. Oh, good. And yes, I'm gender fluid, and I'm pansexual, and I'm polyamorous. So anybody can work with me as long as they are over a particular age, as in, please, for the love of Jesus, definitely be over 18, but I prefer even more so over the age of 21, because the things that I do, the things that I participate in, sometimes require a bit more nuanced understanding, and I want to make sure everybody is comfortable when we do what we do. So yeah. But also, just don't try and haggle me on prices. That's just odd. And if I set a boundary, and I do tend to set boundaries very early on certain stuff, just, respect those. Oh, no. Ooh, a stomach bug. Oh, God, I am so sorry. Stomach bugs in summer suck something awful. They're a whole new level of bad. You already feel hellacious, like, in summer, but, like, stomach bug in summer? Oh, no. Yep. Soup and electrolytes. Bone broth and Gatorade. Yeah! Sorry that I'm not wearing the corsets more. It is so awful that I will overheat in almost nothing flat. Yeah, ginger tea, melon soda, or melon cream soda, all will help very, very much with settling the stomach issues. So let's see, we've got that going. I mean, if I pop out the fangs, I can have some rice cakes to eat. Ooh, fennel tea. Chamomile is also very nice. Thank you. Yeah, bet you didn't think I was gonna have calves like that. Pepto-Bismol. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, yogurt is really good because it replaces the gut bacteria that you sometimes lose when you either have to take antibiotics or when you're having like a major stomach flu type upset. Honestly, I think it was a battle for the like survival of the fittest when it came to childhood. Yeah, I remember those. Childhood was awful when it came to stomach flu. Oh my god. My mother's like, rice water. I'm like, nobody wants to drink rice water. Stop trying to make it a thing. Fetch is not going to happen. Yes, it is a dress. And it's a modified dress. I've got a nice high slit. I took the sleeves off, gave it that nice plunge because you've got the sweetheart. And why wouldn't you want it? Are they trilling yet? Do they trill? Okay, so if you don't have African dwarf frogs, if you need to know, they will make this beautiful, ever so cute, high-pitched trilling noise, usually at night. It is so faint and so high-pitched that sometimes you don't even quite hear it. You're just going, the hell is that kind of buzzing sound? It is so cute. They make this little high-pitched little trill, and they will duke it out like motherfuckers, but I absolutely adore them. Sorry, if you don't know... Ooh, I wish my mother was giving us congee. That would have been at least good. No, literally, it was the old European trick of like a tablespoon of rice boiled in like 4 cups of water. So it was like the La Croix of rice, okay? It was like if rice ran past a cup of water. It was fucking awful. The amount of times I returned it to sender on those, like, was just hellacious. Sorry, I don't want my phone to overheat too badly. Yes! Yeah, oh, don't worry, thank you so much for the gift! Thank you. No, I was the same way. Like, the first night, I thought my air pump was malfunctioning. I'm like, oh god, please don't let me lose these fish, like, over a stupid air pump. And then I got closer, and I'm like, oh shit, no, are the frogs making that sound? Oh yeah. So sanguine means deep red. It is a Renaissance humor. It's about 90 degrees right now, even with my air conditioning running. I know I look like I'm melting. It is what it is. But yeah, no, they make this beautiful, cute little high-pitched trilly noise, and I absolutely adore them. Sanguine comes from literally Renaissance humor or Renaissance times. That deep red was if you have too much blood in your system, you're fervent, you're passionate, you're driven, you're ambitious. And these were a lot of the things that I am, so I decided to take on the moniker. That part. I fucking love you for that. I play Overwatch 2. When it comes to, let's see. Mayhem mode is usually my favorite. Highly altered. Playing Mayhem mode is my favorite thing to do. And, how do I put this? My main for Mayhem mode, if I'm doing DPS, is Soldier 76 if I need to act as extra support. If it is just a good jam-packed and we have a decent healer, then I go with Junkrat because I love to do Bombardier and Geometrics. If I am needing to be support class, then I run with Moira and I make their lives an unmitigated hell. I can do 4-on-1 with Moira in Mayhem mode, and I fucking love it. Oh, there is nothing better than watch them rage. I have made entire teams rage quit, and I fucking love it. There we go. As you can see, my grass is growing really well. I need to actually trim it and start replanting it elsewhere. What else? And then you're going to see a little bit of frog butt. That would be Emma. And I know it's Emma because it's the big butt. It's only a little after 7 o'clock here. I know, right? So I put some oyster shell in there. It's calcium for not only the shrimp but for the snails that I have in here. So you can see like the edge of this. They've already taken off some of the calcium shell, and it's basically like a good slow calcium drip, and I don't have to worry about the water being made murky. And that is, of course, one of my shrimp. I got some big ones in here. And then I've got this little... I've got the one lone survivor of all the tetra. Because the tetra were bullied into non-existence by my betta before my betta decided the life was no longer worth it and just ended it. I'm like, really, bastard? Really? But yeah. Right. Yeah, no, I knew you would love it. Oh, heck yeah. Ooh, Diva Tank Main. Oh, I do love 30 gallon. I have a nice big 30 gallon. I've got 3 frogs, a couple of Cory cats, some autosinkless, good mess of shrimp. I'm looking to maybe replace some of the fish, but right now I'm really looking to pay my rent first, and then I'll think about treating myself. So I am trying to raise $1,700 to pay all of my rent. I literally just paid a bunch of really big bills, including one that I was not expecting. Luckily, it was a one-time bill, so yay. But yeah. Right, I freaking love Moira, because she is so good as aggro, and then she lays down a good amount of healing. And that healing can be doubled and tripled on if you know how to bounce it right. So it's Emma, Logan, and Gambit. Oh, okay. If you go, if you're buying card reads, which are like $5 a card, that's one of the ways I do it. I'm in some spicy places, so there are plenty of ways to find me there. Usually Keys of the Kingdom in the throne room. If you want to go the more direct route, I do have Blinks and Lio. That can go very direct. And basically everything that I do is I am trying to be a full-time content creator. I make about just enough from content creation to cover most of my bills during a month. But the rent is still the big one. And yes, I am still looking for some sort of full-time job, but yeah, I do all the things. Yeah. Thank you so much, darlings. Ooh, Kiriko is a difficult one for me, but I absolutely love the combination of Kiriko and Moira together, because Kiriko is good at, like, jumping around and doing the healing, which is fantastic, but when you can combine the two with Kiriko's ult and Moira's ult, oh, I've had points and times where Kiriko ulted, I ulted as Moira, did a shit ton of damage. Then when I dropped out of that, because you're sped up, when I dropped out of that, I was able to fire off so many shots, as it were, that I was almost back up to full before her ult had ended. So yeah, like, Kiriko Moira is a freaking good team up. I only seem nice. If you actually hear me when I'm playing Overwatch, I can get a little toxic. I can get a little nippy. Mayhem is about the only way that I want to play it. Mayhem is about the only way I like to play it. Mayhem is 75% reduction on all special skills, and I do it when I am highly altered. And to me, I hit my zen. I absolutely hit my zen. Oh my god, yes. Yes! Oh, yeah, absolutely, my dear. Abso-freaking-lutely. So yeah, when I am like well tanked up, I get accused quite often of either modding or botting. And it's like, no, dude, I'm literally baked like a bread roll, and I have ADHD, and I'm playing a game that is literally finally at my speed. It is moving fast enough that I can dedicate my brain to it and chill. So, but yeah, that's why I love Moira, because she has that beautiful flash step, and I love being able to, like, I like geometry, weirdly enough, and there's actually a lot of geometry in the characters that I play. So, like, being able to bounce or bank shots is one of my favorite things to do. Hello! Right? Heck yeah! Heck yeah. And, like, if you've got people who can sprint, it is so freaking worth it. Because you get there quick and you get set up, and it's fantastic. Notice me, senpai. Notice me. Hello, darling. Oh. Well, I was gonna say, well, if we can get my rent paid, then Auntie will very happily drink a Four Loko with y'all as celebration. Because 1,000%, I do love having a bit of a tipple with y'all. Yes, I still do have corsets. I just happen to live in Southern California, and right now it is so warm that it is actually dangerous for me to wear a corset. It is like 90 degrees in my apartment because of how poorly it's insulated. So yes, I make corsets, and I'm still going to make them, and I'm hopefully still going to wear them in the future. Just right now, it is far too warm to wear them without possibly overheating, which would be bad, because I might hit countertop on the way down. That's not going to be fun. Let's pull 2 cards for you, my dear. I think I've talked a few times about really wanting to visit New Orleans, because I find it to be absolutely gorgeous. It's glorious. It's fantastic. I would want to visit there. I don't think I could live there because the mosquitoes would eat my ass alive. I want to visit Louisiana in winter. I don't necessarily want to visit in summer. In summer, it's like breathing through soup, and there's too many gators and too many skeeters, and though I look rough and tumble at times, I'm an absolute house cat. So, no thank you. No thank you. Oh, thank you, darling. Ooh, nice little bit of cool. Okay, my dear. You've got the 7 of Cups and the... okay. 7 of Cups and the Fool. I was like, why? Oh, yeah, no, that's funny. That's fucking funny. So, and it's the 7 of Cups that came out first, and the Fool that came out second. She, her, thank you so much for asking right there. It's like, I'm not an actress yet. At least not on the normal channels, I'm not an actress yet. Don't make me explain that. Try to be clever. Don't ask. But yes, no, you're trying to decide the route. That's the 7 of Cups. You're trying to decide, okay, which way do we go? What do we want to do first? Do we want to go the long route, the scenic route, even though we have like an end destination and a time that we need to get there? Or do we just go by the map, which is going to be really boring? We're going to get there early, but it's going to be really boring. And, you know, you're trying to balance the two, because you're starting a new journey. It's like new to you too, because you're like, yes, it has your skill sets involved, but it's definitely something it's out of your comfort zone, because a lot of it is out of your control. So you're just trying to figure out, do I go by the book? Do I go by the shortest route? Or do I take a little bit more time and go the long way around and have a bit more of an adventure? I mean, I know me, I would say go the slightly more adventurous route, but like really take a look to see what is more beneficial. If you're going to be tight on time, especially as far as deadlines are coming towards you, my dear, go with the more planned route. Go with the more tried and true. These are the ways you get here, hit these markers, you're good to go. If you've got a little bit more time and you think you actually have the finesse for it, I would say take the scenic route. Because it feels like you've got enough time to do this. Take the scenic route because I think you're going to have a little bit better life experience. And the life experience will actually help you more at the end of that journey. So, yeah, I would definitely say for our dear Ray that, yeah, take the scenic route. It's going to actually have some things that are very, very worthwhile to see and do. And those will then play into your hand for better opportunities down the road. Because you're like, hey, I got there with like 5 minutes to spare, but I got there. And I've also brought this new and very pertinent knowledge with me. So yeah, definitely run with that. Run with that. Thank you, darling. I am feeling wonderful today. Definitely feeling a she, her. So thank you very much. I am working hard on paying rent. Yay. So we're reading cards. I'm also directing people to where else they can find me and how they can help and how they can support and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, any book recommendations? Honestly, I usually recommend people go over to AO3, Archive of Our Own, because they have a lot of good authors over there. You can read a lot of stuff for free. Some of the stuff is book length. I even have some works over there, and I have 17 chapters for Dangerous Liaisons and 5 for Le Roux Sanguin. Oh, I swear to... One of these times, somebody remind me beforehand. I know nobody is going to, but I'm saying this out loud, hoping I'll remember it myself. One of my guy friends reads a lot of romance novels, and he reads a lot of fantasy romance novels of, like, all varieties. So I will try and get some good book recommendations from him, because he really does read some good stuff that is... It's a little bit campy, a little bit D&D, but so much fun, but also has, like, a lot of good... spice to it. He's actually not on here. But he's God, I've been friends with him for quite some time now. He has a job where when he has downtime, he has like sometimes hours worth of downtime before, you know, companies will need him to work again. So like he'll just sit and read on the in-betweens. Sure, the blinks are... Wow! Oh my goodness, guys. Over 26K. Oh, you all are fantastic. Thank you so much for getting me up there on those likes, the loves, the shares, the everything. That really means a lot. It does. So yeah, it is $5 a card. If you go to the Blinks in Lio, just go ahead and purchase there. Come back and let me know how many, and then I can, you know, double check to make sure. And we can read from there. A 1 card is like, what's my day or what's tomorrow going to be like? A 3 card is like, can you give me an overview on the week? A 5 card is usually good for like a couple weeks to a month. If you get a 10 card read, that is, you're getting read for filth. It is going to be everything that is going on in your life, and a good rundown of like what is the most salient stuff. I have no idea. No, absolutely not. I'm not, no, there's a different drama that is already playing out with that. No, thank you. I'm an intuitive reader. If I'm holding these, I get stronger reckonings, but, yeah, no, we are not playing that drama game. A, you don't belong in your friend's business. B, I don't think the baby daddy drama is actually the drama thing that would be popping up if I were to read cards for you. And I really don't think you want to get read for filth on that one. You're meddling in something that is not yours to meddle in. Thank you, darling. Well, you know, I had them all taken out and then replaced with the dentures. And the dentures are fitting absolutely fantastic. Not to mention I can make these fan caps over the top. And they are just fantastic. What did I just say? What was the full sentence? It is something you should not be meddling in. Trust me. Oh, thank you so much. I love the fact that more and more apps are using scheduling. Scheduling is helping me a lot be a little bit more consistent getting stuff posted, because all I have to do is make big batches of stuff. So like if I'm doing pictures, I'll do a lot of pictures and then go through and like edit out the ones I don't need, do whatever I gotta do. I'm still an amateur. I am not the professional just yet. A little bit more professional in other things, just not with the photography. But yeah, do a bunch of those. Put yourself together picture packs that are like, 5-6 pictures per, and then, charge accordingly for different things, for different niches, different things. Or like if you're doing like TikToks or whatever, I usually get dressed up, go through my favorites, especially like the sounds, figure out which ones I want to do, and then go through and do a bunch of them, just like one right after another. So I've got about maybe a dozen or so keyed and ready to go in your drafts, and then that way you can just post them up as you need to. It makes it a little bit easier to be consistent because the things you need are already there. So yeah, do batches. That really was helpful for me. I might. So my hair, yes, I do have that lovely villain gray. My hair is halfway between African and halfway between European. So when I put box dye on my hair, it makes it feel like straw. It makes it feel really, really funky and like not good. I would do semi-permanent dye, and I've done pinks and purples and that kind of stuff before in my hair. And I wouldn't mind doing that again in the future, like even going like a nice jet black. One of these times when I have money to spare, I might even do a professional dye job. Pardon, goodness, ASMR. But yeah. Ooh, yeah, henna can definitely be tricky too. It's what do they call it? Imposter syndrome. You're worried that you're going to be perceived as weird, odd, cringe, cheesy, whatever, and that you will be then ostracized for doing as such. But I mean, look at all the different niches that we have here on this app. I don't fit into any one neat one. I'm a witch. I love to do cosplay and in a Bathory, the vampire stuff. I love being a little bit cheeky, a little bit bawdy. And then if you were to go other places, you find out that I've got a wonderfully deep, dark, spicy side. But yeah, like the two are very different. But yeah, like when I first started posting, I was just like posting up my art. I was posting up like little witch tips and this, that, and the other. And like for the longest time, I was like, oh God, what am I doing? I don't know if anybody else likes this. But then like I got on here and I was just myself, and people gravitate to it. So you will find people who like what you do when you post it. Hey, how you doing, darling? I haven't seen you in forever. Yeah, do it. Take the chance. Honestly, do it. Take the chance. So I was doing a Renaissance Fair. I did the Renaissance Fair for about 10 years or so. And I happened to be stationed right across from the tarot card reader quite a few numbers of years in a row. And I was already on my witching journey, and I was on a few other journeys as well. And I just felt a resonance with it, and I really, really enjoyed it, and got a read, and really, really loved it, and went, you know what? I want to learn how to do this. Can anybody? And they're like, yep, anybody can learn how to do it. Not everybody's great at it, but anybody can learn how to do it. And as you learn what your gifts are a little bit more, you can change your focus a little bit. You can change how you do things a little bit and make it much more your own. So I was like, oh, okay. And so I gently began, reading, and, every now and again when I'd go to like a festival, a fair, a vending or whatever, I would bring these along, and people would ask if I could also read as they were looking at my art and whatnot. And it was wonderful because people were able to get so many fun, lovely things, including the card reads. And yeah, it just became a thing over time, and just more recently here on TikTok, so many people have enjoyed it that I've actually really put in on refining my skill. No, I would travel to, like, I would sometimes do Cronenberg. I would travel to Casa de Fruta. But for the most part, I was located near Southern California one, so that's the one I would do most often. I didn't ever travel with the fair. I do know some people do it, but that was just, living in a van is not for me. I need a place to, like, feel hardwood under my feet. Oh, hey, how you doing? You can do it! Especially if it's something, if it's artistic, if it's something that is like, what do you call it? Do the thing that brings you joy. And don't worry about other people. In fact, here's my whole thing. Everybody's like, how come some of your stuff doesn't take off more? It's like, it seems like a lot of people, I'm like, sometimes people comment on my shit, but they're assholes about it. So I just erase it. And I don't care if erasing or deleting comments means that I'm not getting as much engagement when it comes to comments that are rude or shitty. I just go, oh, you've got no taste, and your parents didn't raise you right, because apparently you can't keep it to yourself, so guess what? You don't matter. Yeet. So yeah, if you see something comes up and they're like being critical or some shit, you just go, you don't count. Bye. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Be yourself. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Actually, would you all like to do that now? We can definitely do that now while you're working on 40K likes. Thank you so much. Welcome to it. So yeah, this is me. This is, Sanguine is my person. Sanguine is me as a person. In a Bathory is a bit more of a persona. And then you will find that the In a Bathory that I put here is a little bit more campy-vampy, but the In a Bathory that I do other places is a bit more, it still has a note of camp or a note of humor to it, because I can never do anything without a bit of smiling, a bit of laughing, a little bit of humor. But yeah, like other versions of Spicy and other places, definitely. But yeah, they're all me in some capacity, but In a Bathory is the persona. Sanguine is just me as a person. Mm-hmm. Okay. I had that up against the block, so let us going through. Yeah, you can see all the stuff that I'm sewing for. Pronouns, she, her. Thank you so much for asking. So I've got a bunch of different stuff. As we can see, I like to put artwork up as a tribute to my altar, because a lot of what I do is about creativity. It's about, you know, yes, MCR, 1000%. I love My Chemical Romance so much. But yeah, like, I'm a giant dorky nerd. I have, you know, figurines. I've got, like, collector bottles. I like to put things on my altar that resonate with, like, kind of who I am. So I love antiques and vintage and gardening stuff and art deco. But I also love, like, hand-knitted and crocheted stuffies and, you know, places or things from around the world. This is some jewelry that some of my friends are incredibly talented and made. And then I always love to go to Artist Alley and pick up little things. So yeah, I've got like little things here and there, and they just kind of all resonate with who I am. And I am very much a blend of things that are vintage and antique, as well as things that are very, what do you call it? Things that are very like modern and pop. I blend the two, and that makes me happy. Oh, I always forget to do this one. So this is one of my pieces actually that I did, and this is for NYX. This is a watercolor, and then I layered it over with resin and added the charms. And I put, of course, I put tributes and whatnot in here for NYX. NYX is one of the elder, more primordial goddesses that some people work with. I work with her occasionally. I try not to ask too much. And of course, she can have the durian cookies as well. And yes, this is the kind of stuff I love doing. I like ichi. I like that edge of scanty, basically. But yeah! Right! Oh my goodness, I have so many fun stickers. I love going to Artist Alley to get stickers. I adore them. I like decals, stickers, small figurines, keychains, that kind of stuff. I love supporting small artists, like, so much. That is, like, my jam. Oh, yeah, anybody can have an altar. Anybody can have an altar. So an altar is kind of where you're keeping a lot of your stuff that is meant for, the witchy. It is also, like, you can have your cabinetries, and then you can have your space where you actually do your rituals. Make sure if you're working with flame of any variety, if you're working with coals or candles, make sure that you've got a good kind of like a moat around anything that you're doing and a way to quickly extinguish any flame. Because if anything, something tips over, you want that out immediately. Don't ever leave your flames unattended. Please. I can't even stress that enough. And having a good solid candle holders, top tier. If you can get yourself a candelabra, even better. Who doesn't love a good candelabra? Well, when I've got a good cash flow coming in, I will do weekly ritual. And mostly it's the, setting my intention for this next week coming, but also thanking everybody who helped for, bringing the thing that I asked for, bringing the thing that I really needed in. And, like right now, I don't know what's going on, because it feels like things are supposed to be coming in, but they are moving weirdly slow. So I'm just hoping it's because the things that I asked for were kind of big. So I'm hoping it's just a crafting issue at the moment. So I'm half black, half white. I mostly pull from those who are friendly to me in the first place. And I try not to ask too much of any deity. There are a few deities that I acknowledge, but I do not work with. Certain things sometimes show up, and they resonate as if they are the Baron. And if you know who I mean by the Baron, you know what I mean. And it's probably because I've been in close contact with Unalive on a number of occasions. So I think that's why he keeps showing up. And occasionally I'll leave something out. I ask literally nothing of them. So the Lawa and the Orisha are deities usually in closed practices of like hoodoo and voodoo with very Afro-Caribbean and Gulf Coast influence. A lot of them are from that area, or they are from mother country, Africa. The Orisha are the gods of Africa. So sometimes I will feel them wander by, and I literally just go, hey, here's a present. Here's a present, don't worry, I'm not asking anything, but here's a present. Thank you for gracing me. It's cool. I know that I'm not initiated in nearly enough to ask anything of you, but I still want to say thank you up front for making sure that this one hasn't accidentally walked off a cliff. So, yeah. Well, I mean, real traditional vampires are actually Celtic and Gaelic in nature. And they are fae. There's a whole thing behind it. But like if we're talking like Bram Stoker's Dracula, maybe a little bit less so. Energy vampires? Oh my god, yes, because I fucking met them. Jeez. There are people that you will literally just sit next to. And you just feel so tired afterwards. You don't even have to talk to them. You just feel tired afterward. That's an energy vampire. And not everybody who is an energy vampire is aware that they are even siphoning off of somebody else's energy. Whereas I resonate a little bit more closely to, oh yeah, that parents can be some of the biggest energy vampires of their children. It is. For me though, I am more of the succubus variety when it comes to energy sucking. And it's not to say, oh, I take your life force from you. I take the extra energy. I take the consented energy. I take the energy gifted with exuberance. And that is what I parlay to other things. I don't just take and not also give, as it were. Hey, how you doing, B? I hope you're doing well, my dear. As for what song do I have stuck in my head, because it is literally on repeat, and I've had it on repeat when I was doing YouTube, but it's Chapel Roan, which my frickin' phone keeps auto-correcting to chapel, like chapel in a church, instead of chapel like the horse, Chapel Roan. A Chapel Roan is a type of horse. Which to me, that name is funny for a number of reasons, and I love it. Where's my brain going? Pink Pony Club. That's the name of the song. I was like, I know I can remember the name of the song. So yeah, Pink Pony Club is the song that I have literally had stuck in my head for like the last 2 days, and right before that, it's Kesha's Joyride. So I'm just like, really? But like, I love that part of the refrain, basically. God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl. You dance at the club, oh mama. That part is just, oh, it's stuck in my ears. It's so lovely. It is so gorgeous. And you can feel like the entirety of her soul resonating with it. It is addictive. I love it. She is. I like her, and I'm very much liking Queen Herbie. Thank Goddess is one of my faves on that particular press, but she's also good with like 5D, so many other things. She seems like a quirkier version of sort of trying to be Eminem, but I mean that as a compliment, because her style is very reticent of his early stuff, which I kind of love. Right, and she's such a good voice. Like, it's been a long time since I've heard a really good, clean, strong singing voice, and it is fantastic. Oh, what kind of things do I sew? I sew corsets. I am working on petticoats. I'm actually going to show you some stuff that I have sewn tomorrow when I get on. I've done coats, jackets. I've done full cosplays. I adore making fashion, and I adore sewing things, and that's why I like to do cosplays. It's just all a matter of balancing my fucking budget and getting my fucking feet under me. You know how that goes. Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. I don't still sell corsets at the moment, no. Faye Webster. Damn it. I sang that out loud, and now my brain really wants to warble to that. I'm just having fun. With a stage at my heels, that's where I belong. Ooh. Kamala is a giant no for me. Oh yeah, no, no. When I look at my astrolabe chart, I'm like, do you need to be so loud and goddamn seriously? But yes, no. I've read, and yeah, I always feel called out when I read over my astral charts. Like, okay, shut up, but okay. Because I am a Scorpio rising, a Gemini sun, and an Aries moon. So yeah. So yeah, Kamala Harris is a giant no-go for me. She is incredibly anti-black, as well as anti-SW, anti-swerker, anti-person of the night. And she pushed through incredibly harmful legislation that targeted SWs, but also destroyed a lot of the privacy rights for every single American. And I can't get behind a politician who is willing to sacrifice the entirety of you know, constitutional law because they have an absolute disdain for swerkers. I mean, yeah, no, I love making one-off pieces. I'm so tempted to make one-off pieces. I will say though that a lot of my one-off pieces are plus size. I tried to give all of the dimensions so people know what they are grabbing before they get there. But yeah, like I do make one-off pieces occasionally. They just tend to be plus size. So yeah. Right. Yeah, yeah. No, your astral charts love to call out your trauma. You're like, did you have to? Did you have to? Ooh, Aquarius rising, Sun, Cancer, you poor weepy. Oh, and you're Cancer moon too. Oh my goodness, you weepy underwater bitch. You poor thing. Hello, darlings. Yeah, that part. She was avoiding actually speaking on anything, and I got an ad that came across my YouTube with her basically, proffering, hey, we really need money over here. I'm looking forward to running this country, by rule of law. She was a cop, and she was a DA, and she was not a good person in either one of those jobs. She was a very bad person. Not bad at her job. She was just a very bad person with how she applied the law and which laws she decided to push through later on. But yeah, like, I cannot with her. And nobody can convince me to vote for her, especially since she still supports and has declared herself a Zionist, but also still supports the blue and white. Her not showing up for Netanyahu is the only reason she's doing it is because how bad it would look to the American people, and the American people have been very loud and very clear about how they feel about the blue and white. So the fact that we're having a war criminal with an active warrant come into our country and sit and talk to Congress while Congress is being threatened that if you speak up on this particular issue, if you make any sort of trouble for him, we will remove you and put you in jail for like contempt or some shit. I'm just like, why are you letting a foreign diplomat come in and dictate rule of law in a country that is not his to dictate rule of law to? And Kamala Harris also supports the 48 cop cities that are supposed to spring up around the country, costing billions of dollars, often being set up in areas where minorities are located or near where minorities are located, places that are already vastly over-policed. And now they're going to basically do training in the backyard with IOF soldiers. And IOF soldiers are the ones who are committing WCs, against civilians. And I need people to understand that. They are committing WCs against civilians. These are non-combatants that they are dealing with. These are not soldiers that they are dealing with. They are dealing damage to non-combatant civilians. Taurus, Aquarius, Pisces. Jesus, seriously? So you're a stubborn dreamer who needs to compartmentalize shit, is the long and very short of it. Aquarius is the dreamer. They are light, they are airy, they move fast. WC is war crime. It's the long and short of it, just so the algo doesn't get pissy with me. But yeah, no. Anytime you're using collective bargaining, anytime one side controls literally the electricity, the water, where the other side can go, because they are literally saying, the blue and white are telling them, oh, this place is safe, you better go there. And then as people are arriving, they are bombing the living shit out of it. So yeah, like, fucking, it just it drives me up a wall. Yep. Yeah, and that's the problem. And like, people don't realize that it's not just that it is near where people of color are, it is also where poor palm-colored people are, which means they are also going to be victimized by a lot of the shit that these cop cities are going to bring. So yeah, it's not even just a what shade are you issue. It is an overall socioeconomic issue, and everybody who is poor is going to get hurt. So the astrolabe.com or astrolabe.org, I think it is, will do a free natal chart, and the first three are your big three. So your rising, your sun sign, which is what everybody knows, and then the moon sign. Sagittarius sun, Aquarius moon, and Scorpio. Yeah. You're a very you're one of the worst kind of brats. You're a brat with an imagination and a high drive, and you're bluntly truthful, even if you're not supposed to be. Even if you're not supposed to be, and it's funny to watch. Ooh, nice. Pronoun today are they, sorry, not they, them, she, her. Also, I'm a little bit warm, so yeah, maybe a little bit they, them. But yeah, no, she, her, I'm feeling it. Thank you so much for asking. Tell me I was wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, right? And cop cities are training facilities for over-militarized law enforcement. They're learning how IOF soldiers treat civilians so they can treat American civilians the same way IOF soldiers treat watermelon civilians. So, yeah. Oh, thank you so much, darling. I'm loving my curls. Sorry, I'm trying to keep you guys from overheating because it is so warm in here. Thank you. Yeah, I just did powders today because I knew that I would sweat off any sort of foundation real quick. I used the NYX Modern Dreamer palette, and I went with mostly their mauve and pinkish tones and added just a hint of sparkle in there. Today I only used Twisted Sister Urban Therapy, which is a leave-in conditioner, and a touch of the sauce that I've watered down. It's a detangler, and it works fantastically. Yeah, no worries. And by the way, I am a person who, I have a little bit of media literacy and a lot of critical thinking training. I still encourage everybody, like, no matter what I say, feel free to double check all of those facts. Sometimes, not all my facts are perfectly correct. Sometimes my facts might even be a little bit biased because I know that I have a very strong left leaning. But feel free to do your own research. I can give you a little bit of knowledge to go on. I can give you some good keywords and search words, but please always feel free to be skeptical And always feel free to look up multiple sources. And make sure that your sources, can cross the aisle, but just make sure you're looking up 2 or 3 of them. And that way you know that you're getting better information. Like Al Jazeera is good. BBC is good. Fox News, they had to put entertainment in their name for a reason because they were only telling the truth 17% of the time, as found by a legal court. So, yeah, take anything you ever read with a good grain of salt, cross-reference it with other stuff. Thank you, darling. Oh, that is a compliment, and then some. Pisces sun, Pisces, Jesus, Scorpio rising. Well, not only are you sensitive, you're compartmentalized, you can sometimes burn out very quickly, but you're very passionate about what you do, and it's appreciated. Yeah, 17%. That's the reason they had to put entertainment. So it's Fox News Entertainment. They had to put the entertainment in there to denote that this is for funsies, not for realsies. Sagittarius rising, Virgo sun, ooh, and then Libra moon. So a straight shooting, calm demeanored until you really piss them off. Very balanced look at life, very straight shooter. You're blunt, but you're not damagingly blunt. You're very straight, very matter of fact, but you tend to couch it in very kind words. I think it's astrolabe. Astrolabe. Sorry, I have to close an eye to do that, apparently. March sun? March. Do you have a March Aquarius? Because, I mean, Pisces are always... Pisces tend to be decent people. They just tend to be very, very compartmentalized, and they need to micromanage things for a reason. They like to keep things well compartmentalized for their own happiness. If Libra is balance, Pisces is a very well-maintained fish pond. Oh my God. Scorpio rising, fiery, passionate. Oddly enough, a water sign, but fiery, passionate. Cancer sun, you weepy, weepy bitch, I love you. And Libra, you like to look at all the options before crying about it. Yay! Yeah, no, I've noticed that I tend to attract a lot of Cancers and Libras. I'm so happy about that, though, because I like Cancers. They're weepy, but they're in touch with their emotions, and I can absolutely support that. And then, I just love a good Libra because options. I love options. Ooh, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius. Jeez. Straight shooter, hard-headed, with a lot of wisdom. That's why you're hard-headed. Straight shooter. But, I appreciate your very straightforward way of doing things and looking at things. So, yeah. Ooh, March 11th. I am drawing a little bit of a blank there. Yeah, we're apparently spooling through. Wow, you guys. It looks like I'm getting a lot of Cancers, a lot of Libras, and a lot of Scorpios with a healthy helping of Sagittarius in there. Yay! Well, think of Pisces. They are the fish symbols, the 2 fish that swim around. They compartmentalize everything so that they keep nice and balanced. They are very fastidious in keeping themselves maintained. So to me, it's always a really well-maintained pond. Because if even one thing goes out of balance when you have a fish pond, the whole thing can get ugly quick. Jesus, fuck, you have 7 houses in Sagittarius? Okay, Legolas, what the hell? That part. Yay, Geminis! Yeah. I've got a lot of Virgo in my charts, weirdly enough. Taurus, hard-headed. Rising Capricorn, you're an old sea goat. But, I mean, you've got the wisdom, so it's well earned. There's no... We love a good Cancer. Cancer is really well in tune quite often with their emotions, and I appreciate that. I want to say that February to March is Aquarius. Oh, you have to... I am a little fish boil. Oh, I'm a June Gemini. I am a June Gemini. Like, honestly, when I say I would love to find my significant other / others, they are going to need to be able to run to keep up with me. And I'm just hoping that they find me sooner rather than later, because for the love of shit, I could really use a bit of lovin' right about now. Especially when it comes to wanting to wreck a football team. But yeah. I'm in Southern California. And that is actually where I'm from as well. Yes, I do read. Careful, I think your TikTok button might be stuck. Yes, I do readings. I do tarot card readings. They are $5 per card. Oh my goodness, we're almost at 40K. You guys are doing fantastic. Darlings, I love you. You're so good at what you do, especially when I just ask you to do it. Where did I put my lipstick? Because I swear I had a nice pinkish lipstick here. There we go. But yes, I do readings. They're $5 per card. Just find one of the payment links. Let me know how much you purchased it for, and I will double check, and then we can just double check to make sure it went through, and then I can read cards for you. I did some free reads a little bit earlier today, but those tend to be limited to like 10. It can be a little taxing to read constantly. Ooh, I wish I could run into a good Aries that I vibed with, because they are wonderfully passionate. They definitely have their boundary lines. Sometimes I go running straight past them, but I would love to get to know a couple of Aries, and maybe a Scorpio too. Why do I want to fuck with fire signs right now? That's a bad idea. Ooh, I love it. A Sagittarius that married a Leo. Oh, I would pay to see those fights. And almost pay to see some of those makeups too. Because yeah, when a Sagittarius believes that they are right, they don't bow to nobody. That's what I keep hearing. That's what I keep hearing. I need to test that theory. So I need to test. No, actually, no, I did have a Scorpio. They were pretty damn good. I would like another Scorpio. I definitely want to test out an Aries. I'll pass on the Taurus, but they're really good friends. I kind of want a Cancer. I just know that they're going to be clingy afterwards, so it's one of those things that can't just be a once and done. Aquarius, again, with the friend energy. Pisces, I'll pass on the Pisces, only because I am such utter walking chaos that I know that I'll stress the poor thing out. Leo, been there, done that. Gemini. Sagittarius was not bad. Sagittarius was definitely not bad. Libra, pretty good, but I had to take charge. Virgo, I love ruining him. That was so much fun. Wonderful students. They learned so quickly. Oh, yes, absolutely. Pardon. I didn't mean to, like, wander off into my own thought there. That part. You can't admit that you're wrong. At least you could admit that. Nice. Right? That part. That part. Oh, no, I put in, it's a little bit worn at the moment, but no. So a lip liner, just Wet n Wild. Regular ass Wet n Wild, like $1.50 at Daiso. Ooh. I mean, you've got Taurus male, Cancer female. You're gonna get Ferdinand the Bull, who's, you know, very gentle, very loving, very relaxed, chill, but definitely will put his foot down when he needs to. And then you get high emotion. But it's a good kind of high emotion, and you're probably much more in tune with said emotions. So yeah. Right? Gotta collect them all like Pokemon. You're not wrong. You're so not wrong. And there are a few unknown variables. Quite a few unknown variables, so I'm not always sure who it is. But yeah. Thank you. Don't worry, I'm just scrolling through real quick, and then I will shuffle and we will pull. I mean, Scorpio and Aries can be a very interesting combo, but they tend to butt heads a little bit more, because Scorpio is just a spicy fish. Scorpio is a spicy version of Cancer, basically. And Aries is a goat. Aries they have their boundary lines, even if they are very adventurous, they have their boundary lines. And, yeah, sometimes when their boundaries don't quite line up, they end up butting heads, and then they get angry at each other, and it's a whole thing. I love when they match up and there's no pre-knowledge. I mean, practically any sign can match up, but you have to be willing to communicate, especially about your particular way of going about and doing things. You have to be open to learning about the other person and how they own and operate and how you own and operate and how best those can work together. Oh yeah, trust me, I'll let you know if there's anything that comes through this specific. I love Pisces as a concept, but I'm walking chaos, and they are order in a very high extreme. Sometimes they are order, and so when I meet them, I'm like, hi, oh my god, I'm knocking over things. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm just gonna stop touching stuff. I know I'm stressing you out. I'm gonna be over here. So yeah, I'm like, I love you guys. You're cool and everything, but I know that I'm chaos. Absolutely. Okay, so let's do this pull. You got the Lover's card. You got the Lover's card. This is fucking funny. Whoever this person is, because I'm feeling a very doting energy that's looking down. Not as in I'm looking down on you, but like I can feel the hand kind of around the small of the back, and he kind of looks down at you. Like there's so much. You're mine. I'm a lucky man. Like it's so cute. It's so cute because like it's not that he sees you as. I say he because it's a masculine energy that feels like, you know. It's oh god, like they don't always tell it to your face, my dear. The person who is I pulled for, who's a subscriber. Yeah, it's not even man. How do I explain? There is such a wonderful like vibration that is coming from this person because they are loving, they are doting, they are wonderful, and it feels like the two people represented by the Lover's card in this pull, they vibrate, they vibe with each other, and it's gentle and it's soft and it's really wonderful. And like both of them think that they're lucky to have the other person, but neither one of them think that it's like a competition. Um, so yeah, it's not like, oh well, you've got to step up your game. Oh, you've got to do more. But like they both are like, yeah, no, like, yeah, 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 yeah. Keep going down that path. Keep emotionally investing in each other, because that's how you keep the bond strong. Is you keep communicating, you keep talking, you keep seeing what you're interested in, you keep growing together. You can still do your own things, but like it's good to be in each other's energy. It's good to do your own things with your own friends, but like at the end of the day, you always feel kind of like you want to come back to and rest with each other. It's so lovely. That is nice. But yeah. I'm still asking myself that exact same thing. I am not a clairvoyant. I do not see the future. I am an intuitive. I find what resonates, and the resonance ends up in my head, basically playing like a movie. They both feel like home. So it's not even like, oh, the feminine energy always returns to the masculine energy because he feels like home. It's that they feel like home. So like even when they go off and they do things with their friends and they have the good times, they like come back together and they just want to be next to each other. They just want to be with each other. And hey, how was your day? Oh yeah, we had a lot of fun. Went out with friends and had a nice time and got some got some sushi and did all the things, and then they come back together, and it's never a competition. It is never a competition. It is much more, they just like each other. I know. And I revel in the chaos. But also sometimes when you pull cards for one person, it just really resonates across the board. So, what resonates, resonates. What does not, don't take it along with you. Don't always take everything to heart. How's everybody doing? Reading for the logo? Hey, so far night's going well. Okay, take everything. Fair enough, but when you have stomach flu. Thank you. Let's see, this I just put on Beauty for Real. And Nerdist is the lip color, but Beauty for Real is the name of the brand. I made the things. So I'm a denture wearer. I had all of my teeth removed. It was just a bunch of damage. It was bad. It was got all the teeth removed. Got dentures, and I make basically friendly plastic or thermoplastic fang caps, and then glue them to the denture using just dental paste. I don't glue them permanently. But yeah, I make my own fangs. These are the shorter, more cat-like variety, which is more vampiric for me. And then I also do the thicker, chunkier ones that are much more like a dog-like canine, and those are for more of my cat girl and werewolf characters. For the most part, they're a rounded tip. So funny thing, without your teeth in, you actually have to press your jaws together a lot more to get them to come close to touching. And so yeah, with these, I made sure that I cantered the bulk of the tooth beyond where my gum line is, so I'm not accidentally biting down on myself and causing myself damage. Even now and again, I'll still nab myself, but it's never been painful so far. Yeah, no worries. If they're caps, for the most part, they ain't going to do anything. You would need something like a dental implant. And if they do, a palm heel to the mouth. Literally, the not this part, but the let's put it here. This part right here. Upward motion, hard and fast as you can. Hard and fucking fast as you can. That will pop people's teeth out. Or at the very least, it'll shove the lip into their teeth, and it will hurt like fuck. What? What's going on? Wait, what? Well, yeah, definitely have your glasses with you. I do have bottoms right now. They're not fitting me correctly because so much has changed in my lowers. So I used to have a lot more. Oh, honey, go to an optometrist. An optometrist will tell you if you need them. They keep telling me I don't need them, which I find wild. They're like, "Oh no, you have regular good vision." I'm like, "Really?" Because everything seems really blurry, and I kind of. Are you sure it's not? And they're like, "What did your vision used to be?" And I'm like, somewhere between 1020 and 1520 is my visual acuity, and it's not necessarily that I'm nearsighted. It's just that my sight was that good. And so they're just like, yeah, no, you're fine. This is what normal people see. I'm like, normal people seem to be a little bit blind. Just saying. But yeah. So this. If you remember, like a couple months ago, there was a lot more swelling and there was a lot more bone that was very much heavily protruding. And the bone has slowly narrowed itself inwards and remodeled. So that's good. It doesn't hurt nearly as much to wear the bottoms, but the bottom ones, I guess they put so much acrylic in to remodel it so that it would actually sit on my gum line that it raised it up too far, so it's not sinking down low enough to have a really good solid fit. So far, so good. I have no idea who's winning Love Island, and trust me, I would never want to predict that either. Like, predictions, telling the future, especially for purposes of winning bets and the like, for the most part, I stay away from that shit, because the future is always mutable, and you never know what's going to change those odds. Is Vale getting promoted to League One? No clue. No clue. Absolutely no clue. Now, if people want to go up and purchase cards, they are $5 a piece. Feel free to have that. We'll see what the cards say. I myself, no fucking clue. And there are plenty of times that I've actually just told people, no, not reading for you, not reading for that. The vibe is off and you don't need to be in that drama. I think I might be able to get some of the acrylic taken out, like have somebody professionally grind it out for me. And then Dentach. I've been told Dentach is an absolute savior and helps. You can basically remodel your lining so that it holds on more by suction rather than by holds on by suction instead of always having to have like the paste in there per se. So yeah, I actually have a tube of Dentach that is up on my throne room currently. If anybody wanted to grab that early for me, that'd be fantastic. They send it to me anonymously, and then I could of course show everybody exactly how you use it. Oh no, start reporting, definitely start blocking. I need to figure out my insurance because just a lot of things have gone weird and or wrong. I need to get back on insurance, but it looks like they want me to wait quite a bit longer. It's taking a while for the bone to fill in. The only thing I can suppose is because I have very bad malabsorption when it comes to certain things. Because I have a gastric bypass, Roux-en-Y, which is a major stomach surgery. I have cancer, yeeted the fun park, so I'm in menopause, which again fucks with absorption, funny enough. And then also I've got what do you call it? I'm missing a gallbladder as well, so I can't die all at once. I just got to do it in pieces. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, trust me. I cannot wait to have like the actual pop-in like mountings, because that will make the bite so much more stable. Hey, buddy, how you doing, darling? But also it'll make this far easier to do. I had cancer. Yes, I had cancer. How you doing, Putty? I hope you're doing well. I was gonna contact you tonight. I was like, oh shit, because yeah, I was about to contact you. You looked like you were already busy, and I was like, you know what? Oh, good. Right. I'm having so much fun, like doing new duets. I'm stepping outside of my box. I don't necessarily know these people. I'm just doing the duets. So yay. Oh yeah, no. Coming up on 9 years now. About 9 years ago, found out I had stage 3 cancer, endometrial edema carcinoma, and had to have everything yeeted, save for the water slide and the log jam. Everything else had to go, and yeah, I had to recover from that shit, and that was a big old pain in the ass. I'm absolutely adoring your stuff too, my dear. You are always fun, and if you don't know our dear sweet Putty Power, they are fantastic with like wigs, makeup. They do like a lot of just fun, kitschy lip syncs, and just, I love it. They are just so gorgeous. Oh, okay. Give me about 10 minutes. I should be off, and then we can chit chat. We're almost 40K. Fuck yeah, 40K. Well done. Y'all are amazing. Oh, I love you, love you, love you, love you. Right. So I will be logging off in roughly 8 minutes, 8:30-ish. Go. Have a good night after this. I will be back tomorrow. Again, I will be reading cards. There are plenty of places to find me around the internet. Some of the places are a little bit more spicy. Some of them are a bit more tame. Some of them are just me writing fanfiction about Call of Duty. And I am very open to doing like custom orders and commissions. I definitely have rent to pay, so come see me. Don't worry, I can tell you about where my limits are on everything, and it's all good. I'm actually a very low judgment zone, so I do not get offended if you're like, hey, do you do this thing? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, that's outside my comfort zone, but no judgment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, like, bring whatever ideas are in your head, things that you would like to speak about, or talk about, or learn about, by all means. Huh? You're calling me tomorrow? Oh, wait. The only thing that I will ask, is any of this tea about the he who shall not be named on my side? Or is it any of it about the he who shall not be named on your side? Because at that point, Call me in the morning. 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 If we don't talk tonight, call me in the morning. Just remember that you're 3 hours ahead of me. So if you're calling me at like 4 a.m. because it's 7 a.m. there, I'm going to be like, bitch, I am just going to sleep. What the fuck? Don't worry, don't worry. Like, I've picked up on those, like, when I've been called early in the morning from a variety of friends, and it's usually the ones who are on the East Coast that it just, they don't quite do the math, and the math is funny as fuck, because they're like, oh my god! I'm like, okay, it's 7 o'clock, you're yelling really loud, and I'm not caffeinated. They're like, oh my god, girl, I am so sorry. I'm like, yeah, but go ahead. Yeah, Kamala Harris is a giant no for me. Gigantic no. Gigantic no. She is very much in the same vein as Biden on a lot of things, especially on the very important things, such as the blue and white, such as the hatred for SWs, such as pushing forward legislation that rips away our constitutional rights, bodily autonomies, privacy. Yeah, no. And I'm sorry, but anybody who can get into a commercial and go, I'm looking forward to serving this country, and running it by the rule of law. If you don't know about the phrase rule of law, that is a very loaded phrase. That is a very particular phrase. And it has leanings and undertones of authoritarianism. Right? Gotta love freaking time zones. Oh! Hey! I was like, thank you! By the way, yes, so Ari was the person who made the Sanguine Threads logo, in a Bathory logo that you see up here, as well as my In a Bathory logo that you will see somewhere other places. Thank you so much for making that. That was so wonderful. I really I appreciate it on so many levels. A lot of y'all have been really helping me with like graphics and you know, putting together like little things and whatnot. I so appreciate it. I wish that my apartment was so damn warm because I would have my green screens up, but thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, like right now it is absolute mayhem, but also don't focus so much on just the presidential. Remember that we are also electing congressional figures. There's a lot of people who are up for election in towns, counties, states, and being able to get the right people in there can actually work far more in our favor than, say, the president. Because here's the thing, 25th Amendment gets pulled by Congress members. If you have a bad president, Congress can go, we have no faith in you, 25th Amendment, get the hell out. We've got to figure this shit out again. So, yeah. Will do. Heck yeah. Mm-hmm. That part. You did such a good job. You really, really did. I love that logo. It's easy to spot. Super easy for me to spot. It's got all the info. It's got pretty much everything that is me. It's got the fangs. It's got a nice cup. And it's got my tarot cards. So yeah, it is such a good logo. It is very much me. Thank you, darling. So we've got this lovely little number. It's a modified dress from Shein. It used to have long sleeves and a collar up to here, but I wanted to show off the goods and have it be a nice little bit cooler and whatnot. So yeah, modified it up, and it like, I love it. Right. So yes, I am off and running, my dears. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. PST, West Coast time. But yes, please come and see me. I'll probably do my pinstripe dress tomorrow, so a little bit of prisoner of love kind of thing tomorrow, and we will have some good fun. I will still be, of course, probably working on getting rent together, so let me know if there's custom orders I can do for anything, commissions. I will, of course, always have my tarot cards on me, and yeah. Thursday and Friday, I'm trying to figure out if I want to do the Purple app, Twitch, or if I want to do something a little bit spicier one of those days and do an LF night for followers only. So we may do that. So I'll let you know when I know. Have a good night. Have a lovely one, my darlings. If I could work this button.